What's up, everybody? This is the Jedi. And as you can see, I'm worrying about lighting. I don't know if I wanted to do natural light or if I wanted to do artificial light. You can let me know what you thought was best. And I'm also thinking, too, that, I don't know how long we will be here. And eventually I'm going to lose natural light anyway, and so I would eventually have to go to artificial light. So um, I don't know. I just felt like it was six in one hand, half a dozen in the other one. Also, let me say that if the air conditioner is annoying to you, please let me know. I'm happy to turn it off. It's about communication, so don't be shy. If you find it annoying, then let me know. I tested with it and I tested without it. I didn't really find it to be that big of an issue, but that was me. So you can let me know what your thoughts are. Um, because I'm here to communicate, and I don't like, in any time I do any production, I don't like for any technical stuff to be in the way of what I'm trying to communicate. I want it to be um, smooth and easy for you. That's my intent. Um, I probably shouldn't have done this on my bed again, just because I'm not one of these people that goes around sitting in, you know, yoga positions and stuff like that. But we're gonna power through. First, let me shout out whoever's here, and then I want to get right into it. Um, Shout out to Betsy, I love you. Frankie, my brother, good to see you back. Kiara, uh, sending out a shout out and a blessing to you, my sister. Cheryl, um, and always good to see you too. Thank you, my queen. Ross Hogg, shout out to you. Good for you, finally. That's what I'm talking about, my brother. You feel me? Gangsta lean. Khalifa. Assalamu alaikum. Khalifa of the Most High. Big shout out to you. It's an honor, my brother. The honor is mutual. Wallahi. Uh, Fatima Hassan. I will say Assalamu alaikum. Yeah, smash that like button, everybody. Thank you, Betsy, for reminding the troops. I don't know why you're not a moderator, Betsy. I need to make you a moderator. Uh, can I do it from this device? Add moderator. Betsy is now a moderator. You're now a moderator, Betsy. There's people that I felt like I'd already made them moderators, and then suddenly they're not. A big shout out to J9, another one that should be a moderator. Let's make you a moderator, J9. Shout out to Red Dre. What's up? Happy to see you live today. Thank you, Red Dre. CJ Stevenson, why are you not a moderator already? Now you are. Empress de Akibolan, mi canalita. Mi amor, tu mucho de mi corazón, señora. Jazakallah khair, Fatima, alhamdulillah. And Frankie. I'm gonna make you a moderator, Frankie. Don't make me have to come to your house though. You already know. Feel me? The Jedi will show up. Feel me? It'll just be people in black. You don't even know it's me. Feel me? what did Lil Kim say? You want to bumble with the bee, huh? I throw a hex on the whole family, dressed in all black like the omen. Dressed in all black like the omen. Yeah. So I made you a moderator also, Frankie. Um, and the first thing I want to say is lo que quiero mi amor. Oh man. You're killing me. um, the first thing I want to say to you all is fear not poverty for your charity, the divine says to us. He also says, spend out of what we have given you, the royal we. And Akulu Galan Sadida. Say what is upright, what is the best, what is true and right, and tell it. And thank you, Frankie. I see you, my brother. You know, and then too, it's good to you all because the more we have, you know, when we have an infiltrator, we can swarm them, you know. We are one on this channel. I always have said to you in the past, and I'll repeat it again. While I am the channel host, I'm just the host, you know. This is our channel. And when I speak to and for all of us. And I try to represent us all, not just here, but wherever I move in life and in the society. I am never alone or on my own selfish pursuit. I'm always thinking about the collective. It's what I pursue, and it's why I preach to you so passionately, because that's what I want my people to start doing. Stop thinking about you and start thinking about the collective. And that's the perfect lead-in to this Umar Johnson, this Dr. Umar Johnson kerfuffle. Black Beauty always. So good to see you, my queen. I know. Ross Hogg, won't I get that magnifying glass in a minute? I don't know. You have to find out. No, you gotta be on. You gotta be ready. Anyway, so that in our last stream, by the way, you guys, I didn't realize until we were done that we were over 4 hours. Most of the time, I'm kind of cognizant of the time. I really was not. I don't remember a single reference of time when I watched that back. It just went. But that's what I always do. You know, there are times when I feel like I just don't want to hold your audience too long, so maybe there's more, but we should put a period here. I really don't like putting boundaries and time frames on myself in life. I deeply encourage all of you to do the same thing, because you have to allow, everything is not like this, you know. You have to allow time. You have to allow for vibration and inspiration. All those things are with the divine. And you can't just pick knowledge like you pick grapes or an apple or ashy hands. That's something else. Even cooking, you know, all this microwaving and all that, the best food is that food that takes time, that you took time with it. You're doing collard greens, take time to wash each leaf and pick the stems and and pray over them. You got to get your pot ready and your seasonings, and it's time. Time is so precious, it's so valuable, and there's so little of it, and we must use it wisely. uh I'm going to read this because I haven't gotten into my talk yet. Shout out to Richard Hart. um I think that was you, Richard, that was telling me, um sharing my outrage at all the nonsense that I'm going through with the passport. I think that was you. I appreciate that. Um, well, happy Sunday to you, Cheryl, my queen. Happy every day to you for eternity. Uh, Red Dre, Jedi, how would you feel about us starting to do group Skype sessions? I used to do those. Well, ask any of my followers. I used to do them all the time. When they had Hangout, I used to do them. And then I used to have groups. I still have them on my computer because some of them I would just record them because there was so much good going on. A lot of times, me and the brothers, it would be sometimes be just me and the brothers. My screen would just be full of us, and we would all just be on there dialoguing. There's a lot of wisdom that we would share, a lot of love, and I haven't released any of those because I feel like I would want the brothers to give me their permission, because it is so raw. It's behind the scenes. That's why I was doing them at the time, because it was an opportunity for us to talk behind the scenes. We don't have to be exposed to the white devil, and we could just love on each other and share. But yes, I used to do that, but now I can't because I don't have um, internet, and I don't know how to do that on a device like my tablet. I don't, because there's a certain amount of memory and all that kind of stuff in order to have. I'm not against it, but I have never done it. I've only done it on my PC. I would have my 50-inch screen up, and we would just go. But to continue reading, I've been following you for years. I lost you for a spell. No thanks to YouTube. I know, but you used to talk about this idea, and I used to do it. I I used to do it all the time. I used to do it all the time, and not just with the fellas. I would be like, "You guys, okay, after this, we're gonna be live. We're gonna be on a group Skype, and people would just come in. Let me see if there's somebody here that could tell you. Um, um, I feel like Empress de Kibalan, I think you might have been a part of one of the Skype sessions. Correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like CJ. I definitely know Terrence. Uh, uh, um, um, Daniel Brunson out in Baltimore. Marcus the Lion, MW, Anjane 23. These are just some that come to mind. My Sasser, y'all just can hear me call Sass all the time. I haven't seen my queen in a while. I hope she's well. But on and on and on and on. On and on it seems to go that you don't know anyway. But yes, I loved those, and I have many of them recorded on my computer. I have the video, you know. So in order to release any of them, I would have to. I think my people wouldn't mind, but then there are some things I would have to go through and edit out and stuff like that because there's private stuff that we're discussing, and it's very private. Um, but yeah, I've been on top of that. Um, Empress says, unfortunately, I was not, but I know you used to have Skype sessions. Yeah. So, I mean, I used to love it, y'all. We would have people like, because I would tell people, there's no need to glamorize. This is we family now. So sometimes we'd be on there into the late evening, into the morning. People be in bed, undercover. We still on. If somebody get up and go to the refrigerator, we'd be like, what you going to the refrigerator to get? What you getting? Bring us something back. It was very loving. I loved it so much, man. Uh, but it was also a way to be, and those people also knew and know more about me because it was also an opportunity for me to be able to share things with them that I could not share just out in the open, and stuff like that. So I miss it. I miss it. CJ says, I remember you giving the dates and times. I miss them. And also, I'll just say one more thing to button that up is that I also was using those as a way to interview potential members of the Black Independence Liberation League that I was trying to start, you know. Um, and we would have meetings on there initially. Um, it was a very useful tool. I'm sure I still have my Skype. I don't remember the sign in or anything like that. I know I have it. So if I had internet tomorrow, I could do that. But no more internet for me, no more cable, no more a bunch of things because I don't need it anymore. I'm leaving this bitch, you know. Um, and I don't know what capability I will have once I'm in Africa. I was even thinking about do or do I not need to take my computer tower with me? I think I'm going to take it anyway, just in case. Because what if I can use it or whatever, and I just have a lot of stuff in my computer. Um, no, Black Beauty, I did not. Um, and also, after our last live stream, you guys, I told you there was a video that I was uploading on the Jedi Africa channel that you could go and that I would have up. We did that on Sunday, and I thought I would get it up on Monday, but I didn't get it up till Tuesday. But it's up there now, and I'm giving you all the update on and playing the audio calls for you and stuff like that. Then I engaged with them again on Wednesday. Again, I'm not going to talk about it on this channel. You have to go to Jedi Africa to follow all of my journey and all the updates and everything with regard to that. So I only say certain things here, because as I say, there are people that are just aren't worthy is the word I think comes to mind. Jack Uptone, shout out to you. Lance Scurv uploaded videos the same way he did every day before he moved to Africa. Well, that's fine. If you do start them back. Oh, wait, I'm missing stuff. CJ says, I remember you giving the dates and times. Then Red Dre says, if you do start them back, I'll be willing. I never got a chance to join and actually speak to you. It was just a thought. Yeah, and then I'll say one more thing on it because it just comes to my heart and I have to just speak whatever's on my soul. The last time that I was going to do one, the very last time, because for years, brothers, step forward, step forward, step forward, step forward. Let's get this organization off the ground. I have the ideas. I'm not going to be announcing them to the whole world. This is private. We can't have, that's one of the strategies. We can't have white people in our business in anything that we do. We cannot have them part of it at all. And so that last time, we were on a live stream and I said, okay, so even if brothers, if you're not even going to join, let us get together. Because that particular day I had a lot of brothers in the live stream, a lot of brothers. I'm usually have more women than men in my streams. But this day I had a lot of dudes. And I was like, I want all the brothers to commit. After this, we're going to do, just type in the comments that you'll be a part of it. Will you just be a part of it? Crickets. And that's the day I said, I'm over it. The videos here on the channel, I'm over it. I don't know when you'll see the Jedi again, because that was my whole mission revolution and liberation. And I've been saying for years, if we're not going to do liberation and revolution, I'm moving to Africa. That's it. I'm trying to use my arc of life wisely, and I'm not wasting time. If we're gonna get it started here, something real and tangible for our people that is beneficial and moves us forward, then I'm willing to. I've always been one to sacrifice myself and what I want. So I said I'm happy to stay. There'll be a part of me that will hurt, and maybe I'll visit Africa, but I'll be dedicated. But if I can't get my brothers to step up, then I'm out. So after that, I didn't know what to talk about. I don't want to talk about no more police brutality. I don't want to know nothing that's happened to any black people. I don't care. Don't tell me nothing. I don't care. And then I went into the chapter where I just, whatever I would feel like I wanted to talk about, I would talk about that, So I thought, well, if I can't get my people to want to push back against oppression, then maybe I can help them save their own soul after this life. And I started really doubling down on a lot of my spiritual presentations and things like that. I've been consistent, and everything that I have represented to you is exactly what I have done, and that's just all I know to do. That was the last time for the live stream. I was deeply hurt, deeply hurt, deeply hurt. And I'm gonna Chocolate Rhythm, shout out to you. And then now I want to get into my talk and say that, and it's a perfect lead-in to Dr. Johnson and why I'm here to defend him. Because somebody, I think it was one of my brothers, a few of you guys actually, I think, mentioned him in the last stream, saying, Jedi, did you hear about Dr. Johnson? There he was in Vegas, and he's gambling away the money, and he's asking people for money. And I know about as much about Dr. Johnson as many of you. He's widely known in our community. He's I didn't know him before 2014 when I started doing YouTube videos, but he's definitely that Hotep brother. A lot of facts and figures, knowledge, history. He's part of Hidden Colors, on and on. And then there was the push for the fundraiser for his school. And now we're up to this Vegas thing. Well, I always tell you, watch what's in front of you, my people. If I just had $1 for that every time I've said that, I would have a website that you could go to and put that you needed money, and you just give us some sort of something that proves to us that you really are in need, and we would just dispense a check to you. I dream for something like that. But anyway, watch what's in front of you. And so here you have all these vultures now circling, the naysayers, who I'm sure never donated a single fucking dollar to this brother at all. It's always the ones who don't participate and help you out that have the most shit to say. If you're one of those people, you need to die off and shut the fuck up. I'm telling you. My queen. Shout out to Shiro. She's sending me something now. She's texting me. It's going to take forever on here, Queen, because since I got that, I don't have the high speed unlimited on this, so it'll come up in about an hour. Okay, maybe it won't be an hour, but it'll be a minute. And I need to get with you because I need to actually text you the number to this tablet, so that if you just send me regular text, you can just send that to the phone. But if you're sending me any type of attachments or pictures, something like that, then you should always send it to the tablet. And I don't think you have that number yet, but I'm gonna make sure that we do that. Anyways, it's those people who who are waiting for you to fail and want to have, they've already started out at a place of doubt and negativity, and there are endless videos of those people. One guy I saw, first of all, he needs to focus on his own self-awareness before he gets on a video to talk about anybody, including Umar Johnson. There he was with these glasses from hell and some hair that's sort of just cascading, just sort of, it was just, you know, and it was just, it looked like the chick from Climax. The men all paused when I walked into the room. The chick that used to wear the, just sort of, this was this dude. And he looked hideous. And there he was. And you could tell by his whole demeanor, he's one of these people who has never given a fucking thing to anything. And by his own language and his testimony, he said, you know, now if he ever got something started, you know, then I'd be happy to, you know, to support him in this, that. But I said to you over the years 1,000,000 times, I know my people. You're the snowball crew. These are the analogies I've given you. Those of you who have heard it, you will know it when I say it. You're the snowball crew. You're the people who, doesn't matter what the function, we could be having something at the Staples Center. The DJ's playing the music. Nobody dancing. Every black person comes in there, will come there. Well, they ain't dancing yet. We're going to leave and come back. And then after there is a crowd, then they'll finally stay. But if nobody's dancing, nobody's getting out there first. Until somebody finally gets out there. Now here they bitch ass come. Here they come. You know? When it's anything, you never want to get in on the ground level. That's why you don't invest in stocks. That's why you don't buy homes. That's, you want immediate gratification right now. You're happy to loan somebody in your personal life even $5 if they're going to pay you tomorrow. But if they say they're going to pay you next week or the week after that, then it's a problem, because you want instant gratification. You want it right now. This is my people. I'm you, I know you. This is why I speak for us. You cannot speak to the people if you're not of the people. Do you understand? So this is the issue. You are also a people who don't understand and appreciate work. You just want the benefit of it. I don't really care how the airplane works. Just put me on a seat. There's a whole bunch of shit that has to happen for you to be your fat ass on there to take off. A lot of things got to go on. It's not just poof. So that was just one dude. And then there was somebody else who was trying to be some intellectual, and he needs to go back to school and learn. But there was no shortage of people indicting this brother yet again for something that we have no evidence of. Hear that. That we have no evidence of. How dare you say these blasphemous things to us, Jedi? We saw it with our own eyes. Well, you also thought you saw planes hitting the towers on 9/11, and that didn't happen either. Now, I watched not somebody's clip. I watched these sad-ass people, and then I watched Dr. Johnson's video himself. If you look at the video, first of all, he was in Vegas for a talk, a lecture. He was thanking everybody for the success of that lecture in Vegas, and he was on his way to Oakland, California. And he was saying, you know, find me some place that's either vegan or, you know, vegetarian, or if it's meat, it's something without pork, and I'm on my way to Oakland. But if you watch the video, he was not in a casino. And for those of you tired ass black people who never get out of your hometown, who have never been anywhere, you have no perspective on anything, you don't know Vegas. You could be in a McDonald's in Vegas, and there's a slot machine, a bank of them. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. In the bathroom, goddammit. Do you understand? So it was clear to me, my observing eyes, he was either at the airport. When the camera pans around, you saw seats that looked like you're at a gate. And there was a food court. That suggested to me you're in a mall or you're in the airport. That was clearly a food court. And they have them there so that you're tempted to get that last little something in, like, let me play something. He only spent $20. That's it. When it was relayed, and if you're watching these videos online, you would think there he was gambling away $1.2 million, and oh my God, he was just throwing money at the machine, and oh my God, and none of it is true. His delivery was imperfect, but he's in his own context. So he doesn't take the time to say, listen, there was just this little slot machine here, and I'm just going to do this little thing. You feel me? Plus, you could see when the white bitch who was stalking him was being stalked by a white bitch in the background, no less. Did anybody catch that? No, you didn't catch that because you were so busy judging. He was being stalked by a white bitch. And if you watch it closely, because he had his mask off, mostly off, but I could tell that he saw her in his monitor, and he pulls his mask more over just so in case the bitch is about to come and attack me for not having my mask on. All these things were going on in the video, but nobody saw that. This is why the Jedi speaks. Do you understand? To open your eyes and to snap you back and say, pay attention to what is in front of you. He also said he's spending his own money. Let us recall that he makes public appearances. He's been on major media even. He had just come from giving a lecture. He was in Vegas because he had just given a lecture in Vegas. I'm sure they gave him something. He's got travel expense. It's just that once he announced his school, then that meant any money. That meant he had no money before he was started raising money for the school. He must have been a pauper and a transient on the street by black people's standard. And now if we see him buy even a Snickers, look, well, he's spending the money. Well, look there he is. It's about equity of fairness, everybody. Equity of fairness. He played $20 because I've been to Vegas. I'm a Muslim. I don't even gamble. And I can tell you that one year, a couple of my buddies were here again from Maryland, two of my best friends, Dennis and Henry. And sadly, Henry has passed on now. Rahimullah. Inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un. But when you come to visit me, I'm the best host ever. I have a full itinerary planned for you. I listen to things that you've mentioned, and I make note, and then boom, I can surprise you. Oh, look, now you're doing it, you know. And one of the things they want to do is go to Vegas. And one of my sisters, who is Miss Vegas, and always has some coupon and knows where to stay and all this, and she's not a Muslim, and so I call her up. I say, Dennis and Henry are coming in, and can you arrange their hotel and stuff and blah blah blah, when I take them to Vegas. So little did they know I was broke when they got here, essentially. Like, I didn't have a lot of spending money at all. And we were supposed to meet at this McDonald's where my sister was going to meet us, because she lives like an hour and a half, 2 hours from me. And her and my brother-in-law, but we were supposed to meet at this McDonald's. I went to the wrong one. I'm sitting in the parking lot, and I'm calling her like, we're at the McDonald's. Where are you at? We at the McDonald's too. I'm like, you're not at the McDonald's. I opened my car door to put my leg out, and I stepped on a $20 bill. And I go, look, brothers, I just got $20, man. And he was like, what? So we get to Vegas after we meet with my sister, and now we're gonna follow them to Vegas. Now we get to the hotel, and she was like, "Give me your guys' stuff." And her and my brother-in-law were going to the counter to check them in. I'm standing next to a slot machine, a stuck full of, I don't gamble, but I went ahead and I had a quarter. I put it in there, and I won $75. After they checked in, I took them down to, after we checked into the hotel, then I took them down to, I don't know, the Mirage or the Grand or something. And I won money there. And, you know, like, you're just winning. And I'm like, I don't gamble. This is not, you know, I offer that story just to say that I could easily see where he was between the talk in Vegas, and now he's on his way to Oakland, and he got the inspiration not only to, because he sees this thing, it says 1.2 million, he's thinking, I need 1.2 million. I don't gamble, but let me just see. And he decided to share. Now, he shared it with the public. If he wanted to be sneaky, he would never have shared that. This was his money, and he played $20. It gave him 3 tries on that $20, and of course, you don't win. But all of this now, but the people who are looking for a reason to justify their own selfish bitch asses who never would have gave him a single copper penny. Look, we told you so. So they can feel good in their selfishness. I didn't give anything. Thank goodness I didn't give. I knew all the time. I was suspicious the whole time. But those same people, after he presents the school and, oh my God, there it is and it's glorious, it will be like, I always knew. But I gave him something too. I had gave him. No, you didn't, bitch. You didn't. You didn't. You didn't. And I've been the victim of this. How many times when I started my campaign, I had videos, 20, 30,000 views, and I've announced my fucking campaign. How you gonna go the fuck past me and you can't give me a damn 4 quarters? It hurts. But for me, it hurts more than if it was for me. It hurts because the principle of the fact that my people can't do a fucking thing. And when you have a murdering white devil, and they know it's murder, white people come out the pocket, and in 24 hours, they've given $1 million. Why can't you give to something positive? Why? Why? Because you've not broken the mental chains that still bind you. Fear not poverty for your charity. And strength in numbers. So when I was saying, give, for the love of God, give, that's why I wasn't even out here in 2020. And I kind of blame my people for now my sister's a part of this whole bullshit I'm going through now. Because I would have been out here in 2020 if I could have gotten my people together soon enough, and my sister wouldn't have been a part of the equation. I wouldn't have to deal with any of this and her marriage and being her wali and going to Nigeria first. I wouldn't have to be a part of that. But the time that I said it was 2016 or 17. Because I knew I'm dealing with my people. You're not going to get this in a month, Jedi. It's not going to be 2 months. It's not going to be 3 months. It's not going to be a year. You have to wait on their black asses because they will drag the shit out of this. And you have, and you did. I'm speaking the truth to you. That's all I have. But for my brother Kai, Rahim Allah, I'd still be, can you please, we're in the last this, we're in the last this, we're in the last this, can you please, we're in the last this. And people just go past you as if you didn't say it. It hurts. It hurts. So stop being, looking for a reason to just feed your own selfish intention. This man spent $20 at that machine. And by the way, at the rate we were going, if I was a gambler and I had been standing in Vegas and there was a machine that said $20,000, bitch, I would have put $1 in there. Well, my people can't give me shit. Let me see if this machine might give me the 20 grand you know. I get it. And his climb is so much higher. He's trying to start a school and he's trying to do a lot of things, you know, that are way more ambitious than me trying to move to Africa. But the principles are the same with our people, you know. This is not a scandal, everybody. It's not. Damn it, it's not. Damn it. You know, I said I would follow up and I did. And I was expecting to see, you know, there he was just pulling the handle and just, you know, spending all this money, which still would have been a scandal because that still could be his own money. He has income. Thank God, because he can't depend on his people. And he has books, even at the talk. Then I actually went and watched the talk in Vegas, that you could go and watch that too. And he was promoting his book at the conference. He was like, something he was talking, at one point he was saying something. And in my book that you're going to buy today, such and such and such and such. Speakers do this all the time when they go to speak and they bring their books. And, you know, the audience knows that they're going to buy the book when you leave the conference or the speech or whatever it is. So let us just take a damn deep breath and settle down. Do you understand? Let us just take a deep breath and settle down. This is not a scandal, but it's a commentary on us as a people. I don't know what he was asking for his school, but he should have had it already. I don't know any black people, well, conscious black people, who don't know who Dr. Johnson is. You know, these smoked out, sagging ass thugs, they probably don't know him. But he's widely known in our community. My point is that enough people are exposed to him that he should have been able to raise the money for whatever he was trying to do. If it was a fucking rocket to the moon, he should have been able to raise it in one day, on one video, on one ask. But you sit back and rahimullah to my women especially, because for my own campaign, it was the women who carried me consistently. They gave what they could. And as I say, my brother Kai took us over the finish line. He started it because he knows the snowball effect. And his first message to me, his first donation to my GoFundMe was, Jedi, I'm giving this because I believe in you, even though I don't think our people will. But that snowball effect, others saw, oh, so-and-so donated, so maybe I can donate. It shouldn't take that. It shouldn't take that. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. Because you know people are watching you. Enough people are watching you. And that's the beauty of it, that you're spreading it out. So you don't have to ask one person, hey, can you just loan me this many grand? I'm trying to move to Africa and stuff. Just, you could just a fucking dollar. And you wouldn't give it. That's why I set up the Jedi Africa channel. For those people who gave, who believe, who desire and root for me. And why I won't talk about it on this channel for the clingers-ons. You don't deserve it. Because many of you went right past me and never gave a single dime. Then, after the campaign was over, I still left the Cash App up and said, listen, just for those people who wanted to donate but never got a chance to, here's my Cash App, the Jedi 1814. Do you see? I know my people. I want to find now an example to give you, to bring you a receipt, as it were. I should look on this phone, it's faster. We have to break the cycle, everybody, because we have everything that we need as a unit to do anything we want to do. Anything. Back when my channel wasn't even monetized, the first channel, the first Jedi channel, the big channel, Rail C, was one of my loyal followers, and he had graduated from the whole battery. We're not doing this because y'all are bad luck on this phone. I already told y'all. All right, I'm gonna at least try and find it real quick. He graduated from film school. We were just trying to raise $500 for him. I threatened my audience. It's just $500. You guys have got to do this for LFC. And I bitched and I bitched and I bitched. And we go and donate to his GoFundMe. And I think we were just under $500, but it was jihad to get my people to just donate, man. Damn, my people. So I feel him, and I hate that this propaganda is out there now, and that ignorance is so pervasive in our community amongst our people who have no vision and no understanding and no experience. You understand? So go back, and now that you know this knowledge, go now and watch Dr. Umar's actual video. Not some bitch talking and trying to get clicks and views, because they have a monetized channel. The Jedi does not. And see it now with wisdom and information, and you will see that clearly this brother is either in a food court or at an airport. He's just been to a talk in Vegas. So then I said, well, he's mentioning Vegas. Let me go see if I can find the speech where he speaks in Vegas. Compare the dates. Poof, he spoke in Vegas. Boom. Good talk, by the way, too. It's there. But for those depraved and who are just looking to latch on to negativity, I'm done with Dr. Johnson. There's thumbnail pictures on videos saying fraud and a picture of him. I hurt for him. And where's his team? He probably can't get a team, because how long did I ask niggas to step forward and join the Black Independence Liberation League, which costs no money? You understand? Can you step up and damn it, join? Can you do that? When the 10-10-15 march happened, Farrakhan did the 10-10-15. I had people on the ground. I printed up hundreds of flyers myself here in California and shipped them to people across the country who were going to be on the ground to pass these flyers out. The Jedi plays no games. I still got people typing me, oh, I thought you were gone already. Bitch, did you give? But you're looking for the outcome of it. You're not even considering all the shit I gotta go through here to get out this bitch. I said today you want me proof to my look, guys. Hi guys, the hi guys YouTuber bullshit. I'm in Africa. Look, no, it doesn't happen that way, bitch. It takes time. And a lot of the time was your asses dragging to even give 4 quarters. So don't tell me shit about Dr. Umar Johnson being in a goddamn casino playing his own money. Don't tell me about it. I'm getting worked up. I want so much for us. This is not about me. It's not about Dr. Johnson. It's about, here's another example. This was a few months back now. Some of my people that follow me on Instagram will testify to this. There's a sister, I don't know her from Adam. She reached out to me in a DM. Jedi, me and my daughter, I need money. I didn't hear her story. I immediately sent her $100. And then I immediately got with one of my, it might have been Laurel. No, it was one of the other sisters, I can't remember who it was. I said, how do I send a mass message to everybody that follows me on Instagram? Because y'all know I don't really know Instagram all like that. How do I send a message to everybody? And I only wanted to tell them, I don't like to share when I do anything for anybody, but the snowball effect. I needed my people to know I gave, so therefore this is like your gate now. You can go ahead and give, you know. And there was people that stepped up, alhamdulillah, you know, and just immediately just were all over it, and we gave the sister some money and what she needed. And I'm not here to judge it. Fear not poverty for your charity. You understand? And I don't put requisites. If I have it, you should have it. Done. You want something you never had, you got to do shit you never did, everybody. I want to bring you an example now because this will say it. In fact, I happened to by accident see my one of the videos I did on R. Kelly, and it was at like, I feel like it was 20,000 views or something. It was something outrageous. And you just, man, if people could have just fucking gave, dude. Where is it? We're going to find it. We're going to find the receipt. But while I'm looking for this, I want to remind you, your homework now is you're going to go back and you're going to rewatch the actual Dr. Umar Johnson video of him in Vegas, and not the Jedi on camera looking like God knows what. This cannot be helped. All right. Don't focus on me. Look at something behind me. Do something. Do something. Do something. Do something. You're going to go and watch the actual Dr. Umar Johnson video, and you're going to notice that he is in either a food court or an airport. Those of you who have been into casinos, you know that there is no food court in the casino. If there's something you're going to be brought, the waitress or somebody brings that to you. You want full out food court, you're not going to, because they're not going to have hamburger sauce all over the damn machines and the tables. They're not doing it. You understand? You got to apply knowledge converging. And there was something grill, and there was something else. I mean, watch the video. Watch it. And he was on the end, which suggested to me exactly what I'm telling you. So there wasn't like all this bank of machines, and you didn't hear all this cha-ching and oh my God, you know. And then the Persian woman who came up, that was not a Latina, that was some Arab type woman. Again, you wouldn't know that without the Jedi telling you. But if you hear her, she's helping him of how this machine works. And you know, he's not a Muslim, so, and he's not even a Christian, so he's saying, you know, some, I forget what phrase he said, you know, it was something ancestral, like, you know, you're summoning the ancestors, like the luck or the will of the ancestor to even play this $20, you know. And after that he didn't get it, he was like, that's $20, so like, we're not really doing that again, you know. Listen, I had a situation many years ago, back in the 1980s, when I was an embryo, and I got a $15,000 settlement from I was a passenger in a car accident. I broke my clavicle this side, and I wanted to distribute the money among my family. That's just in me. Like I've told you, if the Jedi ever comes into money, you're not going to read about it. I'll be getting a hold of you. That's who I am. That's who I am. And so, but there's two of my older sisters that were real addicted to bingo. So I was in a moral dilemma. I wanted to give them money, but the bitches are going to go to bingo, and I'm not supporting bingo. So I gave them $500 each. That seemed like the most I'm willing to let you just throw away at bingo. And I wanted to give my grandmother, obviously, a lot of money because that's the queen of my whole existence. But they will come and get it from my grandmama. And I told her, I said, Grandma, can't because you're going to give it to them. No, but I got you for anything you desire or need. I got you. You know, she just, I'm not going to put you in a position where you even have to give them that. You know, um, by the way, I'm looking for this big number, but I'm saying many of my videos have well over 2,000 and 1,500 views and all of this. But I'm trying to find um, particularly, as Tavis Smiley says, I think I just lost a tooth. There's oh, here's one. The video I did on Sam Cooke, 6,000 views. 6,500, by the way. Here's one I did on the cowboy dude after the assassination of Nipsey Hussle. 9,000 views. 5,000 views on another Nipsey Hussle video. Yeah, here's something with 13,000. 25,000 on a thing I did about Oprah and her whole thing with the liars on Michael Jackson. 25,000 people watched that video. Do you understand? And I'll just click on it to see if I had the link to my GoFundMe on it. It's gonna take forever. Because I would go through oh my God, is that my GoFundMe right there? Oh my God. Huh? There it is. And what's the view count on that? 25,000 views, bitches. Do you understand what I'm telling you? Right past you. And I'm sure I mentioned it. If I put the link, I'm sure I mentioned it in the video. This is what Dr. Johnson is dealing with, or any black person. Do you understand? Leaving Neverland, 11,000 views. Oprah's interview with the Leaving Neverland, 18,000 views. Here's one about Steve Harvey Monique, 4,000 views. 7,000 views on B. Smith. 15,000 views on another B. Smith video. Something 11,000 on Chris Brown. 15,000 on one R. Kelly video. And 25,000 on Michelle Obama. By the way, the other views, the ones I'm passing are no slackers either, but I'm trying to just give you the most like outrageous numbers that are like, oh my God, and just to illustrate to you, and people went past me. This is why his fucking school isn't built, or whatever else he needs right now. Because of you. Because of you. What you do is you give the brother what he's asking for, and then step back and say, now build it. But you don't see him fucking struggling along and you're waiting for a damn result. You want your cake and eat it too. 16,000 on Botham Shemjon, Rahim Allah. 10,000 on another Botham Jean video. Was that the interview I did with his friend? and then just thousands of others, just thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands, on other ones, that they're here. You understand? But my point is that there's no shortage of videos on people. I can't find the R. Kelly video, but I know it was last time I looked, it was something like 27,000 views, and that was whenever. Um, and I want to come back to your comments to everybody, because I know that we have people that are now. And also, did you guys do what I've been telling you in the last many streams that I've done? I said, as soon as I say, okay, everybody, that's it, goodbye, see you later, I'm out, sign out, or close out YouTube, go someplace else, and then come back to my channel and see what the view count is. There's always at least 300, nearly 400 people watching me when I'm on here live right now, but it doesn't show in the room. Now, we have one person that hasn't thumbs up, but y'all been doing pretty good on the thumbs up. You understand? But I shouldn't have to ask. I'm sitting up here live. I'm in person. I'm giving you my soul. Boom, click, thumbs up. That's it. It's the little things we just. It's very difficult. It's very difficult. It's very difficult. I love my people. You have to. Otherwise, I would have quit in 2014. I would have been like, I doubt it. But I know my people. I know who we are. I know. Oh, for the love of God. Ah, man. I think it'll be of value now to go to do a search on Dr. Umar Johnson, gambling in Vegas. Wait. Dr. Umar Johnson, gambling in Vegas. I'm doing this just so I can show you the montage of all the shit this brother's having to deal with now. And you could do the same search on your own device. The first one is by Black Anonymous. And this is the fucker I was telling you about that had the hair just sort of, it was just sort of cascading, and it was just all so dainty. And oh my God, it was just, in fact, let me click on it so you can really get the hideousness of how he looks. Your eyes will burn. Full warning in advance. As soon as the ad finishes, because he's monetized. You see, this is the thing. There it is. There she is. Just sort of. It was just. And it was just. And it was just. And it was just. And it was just. 31 minutes of nothing but judgment. Urban politician. Then here's the actual, one of the actual lectures that he gave, that he was there to give. Do you understand? But this is what I was telling you about. And then they put a roulette table and then put fraud, as if he was even at a goddamn roulette table, which never happened. You see what I'm saying? Black people, you're going to have to make change. You understand? Your character is fucked up. It just is. I walk a fine line because I'm a Muslim, but I'm also an African. You look at Muslims that are on this platform who are Arab, they have all the high views, they can raise money for anything. If I was just appealing to a Muslim audience, anything I asked for, it would be. But I need to talk to you. That's why I came on YouTube. And if I sit up here and just give you, even my view counts show it. Go watch any of my videos, just scroll through my videos and see, I have some powerful videos on this damn channel that make me sit back and go, oh my God, that was good. Oh my God. But when I do so I'll get 15, 20, 30, 40,000 views. And then I'll do something like, who is Allah? 500 views. Can't be bothered to show up for shit that matters. You can't. Here's what I did on about Cynthia McKinney. This is information you must know. There she is, McKinney, in all her glory. 530 lousy views on a channel with nearly 4,000 subscribers. I'm showing you who you are to help you understand. Here's one. The miracle of the number 19 in the Quran. Probably one of the most powerful things I've ever done anywhere in life ever. 910 views. Huh? And I'm sure the link for my GoFundMe and my Cash App were on that. You understand? 900, with each one of these, I could just go, each one of them, that many people went past your black ass. That, look, 975 people went past your black ass. Here, another 1,000 people went past your black ass. Another 1,000, another 1,000, another 1,000, another 750. Here's 843 people that didn't give a fuck. Here's now 3,200 people that didn't give a damn. 671 people told you to go to hell. Look, there's another 1,700. Look, another 914 said, go to hell, 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 Jedi. We don't give a fuck. That's what you're saying. So you don't get to now stand in judgment of Umar Johnson or anybody else. You don't. You're out of context. You're out of line. You understand? Go and watch his video, his actual video, to see what he was representing. And he was on his way from that lecture that you can go and watch, that he had just done in Vegas, to another one in Oakland. The man travels. He has a budget. You got to travel. When I was at 23,000 subscribers and nearly 5 million views on my channel and all of that, I made overtures saying, people would say, Jed, are you going to do meet and greets? I would love to. Crickets. Because anything that costs you anything and the shit that don't cost you something, you're not interested. But the moment somebody says free, 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 you're here for it. That's just the damn truth. I told you, I'm always here to hold up the burning mirror to my damn people. You understand? While indicting this white devil, I gotta hold the burning mirror to my people. You understand? You don't come with clean hands either. I want to come back to your comments. Allahu Akbar, Shiro. She says, my king is on and my beautiful hoodie came in yesterday. Allahu Akbar. Now I'm going to cry. Oh, man. Thank you, Shiro. And I don't get hardly any money, y'all, from this. And I didn't, because it's Bonfire. You design it, they produce it, do all the direct shipping and all that stuff. So obviously they're going to take the bulk of the money. And the more stuff you put on it and the more fancy you want it, the less money you get. That's real. And you can follow that up. You can go to Bonfire your damn self. You understand? Thank you, Shiro. And I'm so, alhamdulillah, send me a picture, Queen. I'd love to see how you look in it and how fantastic it is and everything. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Thank you. And I put the link for that collection in the last live stream. Nearly 1,000 people have seen that last live stream. I think it was 900 or something. But this is what my people do. But that's just one example. Shiro, there are many others. Empress de Akibalan. I mentioned Kai already. Barbara Edwards. Kia, my written voice, my Muslima. Ashley. I can't name everybody now but these are the people who donated to the campaign. You understand? But the majority of you sat back and did not do a damn. Let me find where I'm at now, because I want to also get to this Israeli thing again, y'all, because there's more I need to say about that, I realized. I think I was at Chocolate Rhythm. No, I was at Shiro, my queen. Shout out to Information Man Show. Kiara says you are right about that. Empress shout out says that's true, King. I lived in Vegas for over a year and slots are everywhere, even in 7-Eleven. This is the gospel she speaks. They're literally everywhere. Everywhere. Fatima Hassan. Just because he's in Vegas doesn't mean he's spending contributions. Why are we always suspecting one another? I know. But like I say, then the white devils will turn around to somebody they know is a murderer and give $1 million in 5 minutes. They don't have to be big. There's no, that's it. You don't know the heavy lift, everybody. And my journey is even tougher because I alienate white people on fucking purpose. Because I'm not going to be, I could have been, I told you this a million times, I could be the sellout YouTuber. I'm not that dude though. It's just not, that's just not in my blood. So this is purely hypothetical, but it's just to make the point to say, if I was a sellout, I could raise money like that. You see, but I would tell you all the time, all I need is you. You are what I need. That's it. You are it. So get off your ass and donate. But they give money to a murderer. Shiro, Jedi is always one of us. with the white devil's venom, with the white devil's venom for only us. We do not, or Empress says, we do not, we do not expect anything but the raw truth from the Jedi. That's it. That's all I have to give. That's what must be given. It's not even optional. It must be given. It must. It must. It must. And as I've said to you many times, anytime, certainly as an African, anytime you have an audience of your people in front of you, you should give them something. You should give them something. I've been through 2 shutdown channels for you, for us, for we. I've done that. Even when I was trying to get my people just to move to Black Junction TV so I could support the brother over there. You wouldn't know. You are difficult because your character is being held in a state of hostage. It is the way of the Muslim. It is the way. You right now, brother, open up a new restaurant. I ain't been in there yet. Or you may go in there. I tasted old grease, so I can't. Muslims, brother just comes up, you know, brother Hassan just opened a new restaurant. Oh, alhamdulillah. And we get the whole family and we go. That's just what we do. We don't ask questions. We're not judging him. We're celebrating him. Alhamdulillah, the brother has something. MashaAllah, let's go. That's it. I don't go to funerals. Boom, we know someone has passed in our community. All of us go to the janazah. Done. It's what we do. And when I've lectured to you in the past about the character of our people, I've said to you, you don't have a way of life, a code of living. This is the problem that we have. This is the problem. So when Umar Johnson comes and says, I'm trying to build a school, or the Jedi comes and says, please donate to my Cash App, you say, alhamdulillah, we do it. It's another brother, we do it. That's it. That's it. That's the only reason you need. Not shit else. Well, what I get out of it? No. You're outrageous. You're outrageous. You need to put down old ways, my people, and pick up new ones that benefit all of us. Empress Mikanalita says, from what I understand, Jedi, he has the school. I said that too in the last stream because I had just seen him on, I feel like it was the Breakfast Club or something. I just knew he was wearing like a blue and white or something. And I'm right where you at. I'm like, I felt like you already had the school. There was just some other things that, you know. And you also have to understand your brother in context. He's in a society that don't want none of us to succeed and is killing us every damn day. You understand? So you have to keep that in mind. He's going to be up against way more challenge. Whatever challenge it is to open a school to begin with, it's now triple that when it's a black man. So if he was just trying to open up a kinder care, the struggle he would have to go through as if he was opening Yale or Harvard and all the annex. Carnelita, from what I read that. Okay, Cheryl Bryant says, Jedi, you are correct to defend Dr. Umar. Yeah, I have to defend my brother. Listen, if I smell stench, I will come here and tell my people this is some bullshit. If this is, trust me, this is some bullshit, and I would give you the receipt on that. You know, I wasn't popular to a lot of people when I defended R. Kelly. But we have to look at the raw truth, everybody. That's it. We can't get caught up in sensationalism. What is the truth of it? What is the truth of it? Oh, somebody remind me also to make comments on Paul Mooney. Maybe one of my moderators could remind me to don't let me end the stream without speaking about Paul Mooney. Black Beauty always says, if Dr. Johnson was opening up a church, he would have had the money. Oh my God, Allahu Akbar for you, Black Beauty, because wallahi, that came to my mind when I was watching his speech in Vegas. I just thought, damn, these damn preachers are taking money from the people every goddamn Sunday, and they don't ask a damn where the money going. And God ain't spending it. That I'm positive of. We have no images of the divine at the ATM withdrawing any money and partying in Vegas. We just don't have it. We don't have it. And they're the biggest crooks. Ugh. Listen, Dr. Johnson is just the type of brother that we should there should just be an ongoing supporting. One thing that the little wispy hair, the little waterfall, it was all just so, and oh my God, and I think there was some Aquanet and some spritzer going on. It was just sort of fall. It was just also. One of the things I think he said was that something to the effect of there's no organization that survives on just donations. PBS, bitch. That's just one. PBS, any church, to my queen Black Beauty's point, what is it, the children's something, there's a lot of the organizations and groups and entities out there that's how they survive, is on donation. So he needs to sat his ass down and learn and get rid of that little waterfall wisp thing that's making my eyes burn. Shiro says, I love Dr. Umar. Richard Hart, Black Beauty, always 100% correct. Betsy, shout out to you, says, I was just defending Dr. Johnson to my friend, so we are definitely the same tribe, Jedi. Dr. Johnson needs at least $1 million to make did I do the right numbers? 6, yeah, it's $1 million. $100 million to make a significant difference in the lives of our Black men, right? And oh, by the way, had I gotten the Black Independence Liberation League off the ground, that was going to be fully funded by my people. Because remember, when I first started, my people immediately started donating. I said, no, wait. And then the White Devil went and told the GoFundMe that we wanted to kill white people. Not really untrue, but that's not what we were saying. Anyways, that's not the point. And I said, give my people their money back now. And then as I began to, because I didn't have a plan, I didn't have anything. I had a plan, but I didn't have people. It's not time. So I had already told my people down the line, this is what we're going to need, because we're going to have to move around the country. We're going to have to do this and this and this and this. And it was going to have to be funded by our people. That's just what it was going to be. The Black Panthers were funded by donations and things like that. Andrea Smith, kisses to you and a big shout out. Oh, I thought it said finally. Yeah, Shiro says thumbs up. We're looking good, Shiro. Richard Hart. My eyes. What when I showed the picture? I mean, he looks like a pixie, and he's up there sitting in judgment of Dr. Johnson. He doesn't even have half the vocabulary of this man. Assalamu alaikum. My written voice. I'm glad to say I've watched all your videos and rewatch. Rahim Allah, Allahu Akbar, Jazakallah khair, Barakallah fikum. Shout out to Most Black. Hello, Brother Jedi. I have heard Dr. Umar say that he is a practicing Muslim, since his father converted when he was a young boy, resulting in his name change. Interesting, because as I mentioned in my last live stream, Most Black, I don't know if you're a king or a queen. What are you? That's very innocuous. Most Black, because I'm most black. That just I am, so that's not even. Anyway, he's not said, in the context of like hidden colors and stuff like that, he's not had glowing things to say about Islam, but it's more been in the context of like organized religion, being some sort of hex and things, that whole thing, but he's not Muslim to my understanding. I don't think he's Muslim. My Queen Shiro, I texted you it, and when I wear it, because of this white devil controlling our weather, I can wear it this week coming and take a picture in it. It is too adorable. Bought the color burgundy. Allahu Akbar. And know this, my queen, and to all of you, you cannot wear this, because I'm a consistent man. I want better for you. I want your character to be in a different place. You cannot wear that in the bathroom. You cannot wear it in the bathroom. The Arabic says Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. Do not wear it in the bathroom. I wanted it to have this icon on it because I want you to be in a state of certain character when you wear it. Do you understand? It's not just for the sake of having a collection. Oh, look, and that's just the first one. That this one says, what comes from the heart reaches the heart. But all of my various sayings will be coming. If you want something you never had, you got to do something you never did. There can never be reconciliation without acknowledgement. I mean, you've just stuff that you've heard come out of me. I have a million of them. I even had to go and list them myself. But it's also to provoke thought wherever you're at. So anyone who sees you wearing that will love that statement already. And it looks fantastic. I know you look amazing in it, no question. And it's fantastic, So there's a whole, it's a thing, It's like even with my channel, the way I do everything is to I want you to feel something, Even my recorded videos, the reason why I have that dun dun bum 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 bum, it represents get ready. It represents serious. It's to get your attention. It's an announcement. It's a few things, but it's also to put you in a certain mood. The Jedi is about to speak, and I need to deliver on that. You see, it's a whole thing with the Jedi. It's the whole thing. King, you have always told us all we need is us. Where are we? Where are we, family? Still in this white devil days. It's the truth. We're the ones we're waiting on, and we're all we need, everybody. That's it. I've never, anything have ever done in life and I'm ever going to do in life, you're all I need. We are all we need. That's it. Akintunde of the Haitians. I love how disciplined Muslims are. Alhamdulillah. Indeed, and it's the truth. You know, I've been careful to say over the years to my people, when I speak to you all, because most of my people who are listening to me at any one time are not Muslims, my profanity and all that, that's not Islam. That's not a Muslim. That's just the Jedi. That's a black man. Period. I need to be very clear about that. Very clear. But that's where I go, you know, and may Allah protect me and give me the ajr for my intention and the hasana, you know. Information man told the Jedi, thank you. Great to see you live. Thank you, information man. I know, Shiro. I'm gonna come to that. Yes, rise in power. Yes, rise in power, Mr. Mooney, says my Carnelita Empress de Akibalan. Most Black says, when Umar professed being a Muslim, that might have also led to more backlash. Well, maybe the timeline then too, if you know it, Most Black, let me know. And you know, being pro-African / Black and Muslim is very dangerous to these devils. Indeed. Indeed. That's why I've had 2 channels shut down. You know, I don't glorify them. Listen, I told you guys the story. When I first started out, my very first video was called Black People, Slavery, and Christianity. The dude that speaks today is the same dude that spoke for the first time in 2014. It ain't shit change, because everything is still the same. But when I literally had 5, 10, 15 subscribers and was still learning how to even do anything, I have white people come to my channel. Well, your channel's never going to grow because you alienate white people. I knew that wasn't the damn truth. I got to 23,000 subscribers with the will of Allah and what He has given me. You understand? My presence, my truth, my passion, my character. That's it, because nobody helped me. Nobody's run out making my videos go viral. I had videos that should have been viral, dude. People would tell me this video should be viral, Jedi. Oh my God, why isn't this viral? Why isn't it viral? I know it should be viral because I'm dealing with my people and we don't make things go viral unless it's some bitch shaking her ass and twerking or something. It's got to be nonsense. Man. Shiro says, thumbs up in case you forgot. Black Beauty, the school is really needed. A black child recently committed suicide because of a white student. You see what I'm saying? And I brought you the empirical evidence that from their own data from white people, Anderson Cooper and crew did a documentary showing that the kids that go to school and start all the shit, all of it is the white kids. That's who starts shit on the earth anyways, is white people. That's just a fact. Name me anything and I'll show you white people that started it and are doing it. Anything. Put me to the challenge. I'm here live. Challenge me. Do you understand? But not only that, there was some brouhaha some time back when he announced that the girls weren't coming to school with any of that processed hair and Kool-Aid colored hair and extensions and nonsense. And I loved that because you understand in Africa, the girls, certainly in Nigeria, the girls cut their hair. That's why when you see schools in Africa and you see the kids in the classroom, you don't know the boys from the girls because the girls have this is not a glamour shot. It's not a glamour shot. This is school. It is serious. Do you understand? So I loved that. I loved it. And of course, he's going to be teaching a curriculum. Listen, we always want perfect right out the gate. He got the same history as me and you. You feel me? If you started a school today, think about all the stuff that you don't know. and that you're not capable of, that you just don't have it. You understand? I mean, this before you even get to he's got to gather staff, and and then there's going to be all sorts of city ordinances that are going to pop up out of nowhere for him and only him, and you can't do this and you can't do that, and I mean there's a whole wall of stuff that he still has to face. Just gotta use your noodle, my people. Damn. Miss GNX, greetings, brother Jedi, from Nikki X. Rest in power, brother Paul Mooney. Yes, yes, yes. Shiro, absolutely not in the bathroom. I said adorable, probably because the softness of the hoodie is actually dope, 100%. I'm so pleased that you love it, Shiro, because I really, it took me the longest time to even roll out the collection because I want you to have something good. I would want something good. I want you to have something good. It's not random. Like I want my people to really like, yeah, this is the bomb right here. You feel me? And feel good about it. It's a whole thing, man. I'm not a random dude. My life matters. Shout out to you. I just sent a donation, Jedi. Oh, Allahu Akbar. Thank you so much. My life matters. Well, I thank you. Brother, sister, king, queen, I don't know. I see a man on the moon, which the moon landing never happened, by the way. Just saying. Just saying. My written voice says amen. Most Black. The name comes from a statement from Queen Mother Dr. Frances Cress Welsing that said, most Black is most beautiful. SubhanAllah. I didn't know she had said that, and I'm very familiar with our queen, rest her soul, Rahimallah. But I've always said, like, the darker, the more beautiful. Like, that's just what it is. That's just what it is. I just seen something on Instagram. I don't know when it was, but you just see random stuff. And there was these models, and this one sister was stunning. And then there was also another picture. Viola Davis caused me to have thoughts I don't want to repeat out loud. I'm just saying. Viola, my God. Oh, I love Viola Davis. I don't know if I mentioned it. I love Viola Davis. There, I've said it. I'm done. But thank you I appreciate that there's meaning to it. Now put up a picture. That would be really fantastic. Muslima says, check out the book, Learning in a Burning House. It talks about how after Brown versus Board, large numbers of Black teachers and administrators lost their jobs. I know about that. And Black kids started and continue to perform poorly and below achievement gaps. That's the truth, everybody. And it's also another hand of white supremacy. It's like I did a video, I certainly know, on one of my old channels, where I even brought the doll test again. And I was saying to you how white supremacy starts with our children. You have the parents that maybe from the South, and we from down South. And my wife fixed the best cornbread you ever saw. And then their kids talk like this, my dad and my mom, and oh my God, and I just vomited and I lost a tooth. Wait. And you go, how the fuck do you, why don't you, is this your child? I'm just gonna need a DNA sample. But it starts when you bring the child home. Black teachers are important because they get your inference of your child. Your child may come to school pissy. Like I know I was pissy going to school because I peed in the bed till I was a teenager. But certainly as a little tyke, I know I was pissy. And a white teacher is just going to be like, ugh, this smelly little black child. But that black teacher, her nephew probably piss in the bed and smell pissy all the time. Or her sister and them, or when your child comes in with locks, that sister or that brother teacher that's seeing your child's going, who did your locks, little king, little princess, whatever. A white bitch is judging it and hating it. You see, we cannot have white people teaching our children. And I've said to you, you need to seek out black doctors wherever you live. My doctor is from India. I have a very good relationship with my doctor. And he knows whenever he refers me out or I have to go for anything, which I have some things I can share with you guys, but it's on the tablet. I wanted to show you guys my feet. Anyways, I always tell him, and we have this running joke. I tell him, don't send me to an American because Americans are lazy, fat and lazy, and it translates into all the industry and services. America is fat and lazy. And other cultures understand culture. I'll give you an example. Back in 2010 when I was diagnosed with prostate cancer. And I found this place that does another type of therapy. And just the lady that I talked to, the conversation that we had, it was not medical, it was humanity. And it mattered to my potential care, which I never needed because Allah gave me a miracle. And when they did the second biopsy, couldn't find anything, so I never had to have any treatment or anything. But we cannot have white people teaching our children, but it starts when you bring your child home. And then the first little toys that you buy them, the see and say, what does the cat say? And it's a white bitch. Just like when, you're driving and turn left at the next off ramp, it's a white bitch. It's not Keisha, it's not Tyrone, it's not the Jedi. You understand? And these begin. And then the little thing that's over there, bassinet, the little thing that drives you crazy when it's going gling, 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 that sends me into a coma. But there it is, and it's got all the little, these animals all have faces that don't look like that black child. Then you put them in front of cartoons, and all the voices for the cartoons are white voices, and so are the characters. They're still not hearing the mama they came out of. Ain't heard her yet. Ain't heard her. That's how your kids end up sounding like some bullshit. And like how Jada is from Baltimore, Will is from Philly. Look how Willow sounds. Who I'm absolutely in love with that little girl, not in a sexual way. I love Willow. She's a brilliant little girl. Brilliant, she is. So poised, disciplined, a good listener. She's very wise, Willow. Oh, she's everything. But you see how she sounds? Jaden, they don't sound like Will and Jada. They don't sound like Will and Jada. You're supposed to sound like your parents. You're supposed to. And when you don't, there's a problem. Do you understand? What's happening? So thank you for that point about the school. Shout out to Mother Earth. Good to see you. I think it's been a minute. Shira, I have a piece of you with me, close or far. That's what my hoodie means to me. And that I didn't say that, but that was another piece of it too. For my people, it's a whole thing, Shiro, and to all of you all. I just it's a whole thing. It's also legacy. Um, it's a few things, man. Um, Canalita, I don't know what I said, but something was muy divertido. um, and Most Black is also laughing at something. I don't know what I said, y'all. Shout out to Nola Vega. Says she really is. If you're talking about Viola, you talking about Viola or Willow? I think that's who you might be referring to. I want to talk about Paul Mooney real quick, y'all, before I go to the Palestinian thing. I can make this very Willow. Thank you, Nola. Reminds me of my daughter. Allahu Akbar. Then your daughter is everything. Then, she's. When Willow first came onto my radar, I got to tell this before I talk about Paul Mooney. This was before there was Red Table Talk. This one nobody knew there was such thing as Red Table Talk except for the Jedi. Now that I swear, because I remember I think I was still in my wheelchair then, and I saw Jada and her mother. The video starts. I shared it with like people that I knew, like my sister and stuff. I wasn't doing YouTube videos then. And the video starts with Jada narrating. You hear her voice. She's saying, we were all done, and we had already packed up all the lights and everything. And Willow was like, "But wait, I had something I wanted to say." And then it morphs into now the three of them are sitting at the table. So it's Willow sitting in the middle, and then Jada is over here, and the mother is on this side of the table. And this little munchkin, and she was just a munchkin then, because I always thought of her and my nephew as the same, because they're about the same age. And especially when she came out with my hair, she looked like my nephew Nasir, bony, just that uncoordinated little kid. I used to tell him that, and he used to see it. Like, yeah, like I'm like, little Will Smith's daughter. You remind, like, just y'all both. Anyways, and they said, "What do you want to say, Willow?" And this little girl, this little angel, said, "I want to know," and this is why it got me, because I had been preaching this to people that knew me. You didn't know me yet. I hadn't started doing YouTube videos. This little angel said, "I want to know who you were before I came along. And I want to know who Gammy was before you came along." It blew me away. An adult, I'm only 25, whatever. Right, don't type anything. All right, fine, I'm 26, whatever, fine. It's not about me. Anyways, I had been saying to people, it's important that children know who we were before they came along, because we kind of got to them. They should know our history. Share videos and pictures of them when you were just a dumb nothingness, and when you were a kid, a teenager, and all that stuff. It's so important. But this little girl. She was probably 9 then, 8 or 9, and her mind was thinking like that. And even Jada went, "Wow, wow!" And Jada looked at her own mother, and her own mother was like, "This little girl, like, what do we have here?" But it was so insightful and brilliant of her to just want to know. It's 3 generations of us sitting here. You my mama, but who was your ass before me? And Gammy, you tell me, and then also who were you before my mama? It was everything. It just endeared me to her immediately. And then she's totally so. I was just an open wound ready to be poured into the with my hair when she came out with that. And I thought it was brilliant. And Grammy, the whole thing. She's just everything, dude. And then then now when the Red Table Talk, now everybody knows about it, and here it comes on the scene, and it's a thing now. It wasn't then. Nobody knew about it. I don't think it was even called the Red Table then. It was just, I don't know why they did that. But she sits there and holds her own. She's very empathetic. She listens well. That matters to me when I observe any human being. Can you listen? Because if you can't listen, I feel like I'm doing this to myself. I'm just boxing myself out. I gotta know you can hear me. It's like a airplane not having a runway. Doesn't matter how graceful the plane is and how fine the flight was, and they gave you caviar and Sauvignon. It doesn't matter. If there's no runway to land on, it means nothing. That's how I feel. Like I love when I see people who really know how to listen well. And that young lady has it, and that makes her a star to me. Anyways, Paul Mooney. My daughter, information says facts. Most black Jedi, you are too funny, intelligent, all of it. I'm just, my whole family is funny. I'm the funniest, but I'm not like a comedian funny. Like I just have a way about me that I realize and recognize is funny, But I do love to laugh, and I'm very silly. Carnalita, you were doing the whole Valley Girl accent in regards to how some of our children speak. Hilarious. Yes. Okay. Yeah. And I lost a tooth when I was doing it because it made me so sick, and I think I lost my larynx. I did lose my larynx. Okay, my nurse is telling me right now. So that happened. Um, how is the prince? I wish I knew. We'll talk. Because that gets into my sister, and it's all a thing. Nola Vega, that's my baby. Bony, super artsy, super smart, only 8. Like, where did you come from? I know, right? I could just see her without seeing her, just that little space alien, and they have all this everything, and you're like, you can't even, you just look at them go like, you run this, just you go ahead and run it, you run it, because my nephew was the same way. He was so like, I just I'm about to start driving, but I'm still listening, Jedi. All right, I'll try not to say anything that makes you crash your car. Canalita. Cuidado. Uh, Nola Vega, she's going to a performing arts school next year, like I did. LOL, want to let her be able to express herself. I'm glad you say express herself, because these performing arts schools, I would say hawk over that, Nola, because we are people who are naturally talented. All talent comes from us. All of it. 100%. And so you don't want that to be tarnished by some white devil interpreting and putting upon, I would hope that she has black instructors, and it's a performing arts, so she's doing many courses. Like well, you're never not a choreographer, so I'm a choreographer. I taught dance for a gazillion years. I play violin, I play French horn, I play piano, I sing. I've been in movies, I've been on television, but you don't want her to be under the tutelage of someone who can't get her. How many times would I? Now this wasn't even performing arts, just even in school coming up, because I started out playing French. I started playing violin first and piano at the same time because you have to tune your violin to the piano. So I'm what, third grade. Fifth grade, I pick up French horn. It's my soul. I'm a very good French horn player. It's the hardest brass instrument to master. And now in high school, in my section, which I became first chair, thank you, please. Why wouldn't I be? And even when we're on the field, I got white people telling me I'm out of step or you're not on the rhythm when I'm playing. And these are the last people need to be telling me any fucking thing. I am rhythm, bitch. I am it. So you should be following what I'm doing. I'm the standard. It is me. It's me. So just be very careful, Nola. Be very careful, because you have the likes of Vanessa Williams and this girl that just played Harriet Tubman, and there's some other ones I could name. They go to these performing arts school and then they sing like some white lady, you know, um, and dance. They just came with all this um, ballroom and technical because they need names and counts. We feel it, we do it. You know, you could go and see any white ballet house, and it's not the same. I've sat and watched the Dance Theater of Harlem and the Alvin Ailey dancers myself. It will bring you to tears. There was one kid that was Brandon. He was on So You Think You Could Dance. His audition brought me to tears. I was watching it on television. His audition brought me to tears. I never saw a more beautiful expression of a technical dancer, and they all knew it, and they didn't like it. All the white devils, they were sitting there, and he wasn't through in the first season. He had to come back the next season. They were like, you're arrogant, and there were all this other shit that you got all that out of his dance, bitch? Really? It's just that he crushed. They had no reason to be sitting there judging anything after they saw this kid. He was I don't have words. And he was doing his audition to Mozart's O Fortuna, which made it even more. His everything about him was everything. It was everything. But now they need plie and dégagé, and they need port-à-bras, and they need it all. And we don't need any of that shit. We dance, damn it. When I taught dance professionally, one of the studios that I taught in was out in the valley in California, March Patka Dance Studio, and I taught jazz technical street. Give me a second, Charles. And just the technical side was just so that you want dancers to be able to have a vocabulary, a dance vocabulary, so that when they are at auditions for ballroom and stuff like that, they know the language of dance that has been created by white people. So when they say give me fifth position, give me first, give me arabesque, give me a ball change, give me a port-à-bras, give me dégagé, give me grand jeté, whatever. They know that, but they need counts and names. Our dance comes from within. We are rhythm. We are dance. We are entertainment. We are it. Cheryl, Jedi, you keep me entertained on my worst days. You are the sun to my soul, King. Allahu Akbar. That's a very humbling compliment, Cheryl. I'm deeply honored. Thank you so much. Nola Vega, yes. I danced, and she loves to paint and draw. Alhamdulillah. Good. Then we could have another great artist on our hands too. It's a black school, Anthony Bean in New Orleans. Fantastic. And New Orleans is very steeped in, especially without even knowing the school. I can tell you when I see someone who's had any training, technical training, and they're from New Orleans, it's all over them. It's all over them. You know, she's getting into acting. There is it used to be called Drama Log back in the day. Now it's called Backstage Magazine. It's online, Nola. It's the Bible for all things entertainment. Any audition, any casting call, anything. This is the Bible. If you don't know this, if you don't have this, you're going nowhere. You're going nowhere. It is the Bible. The Bible. So you want to go to Onstage or Backstage Magazine. It used to be called Drama Log back in the day, but now it's called Backstage Magazine. It's the Bible of everything entertainment. You want to know why you didn't know about the casting call for This Is It, or Celine Dion or Madonna or somebody, because you didn't have that, probably. It's that type of thing. And if you're in New Orleans, I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna need to get out of New Orleans if she's gonna be doing any acting. It's a lot easier to audition nowadays because stuff is online. One of the kids that was in When They See Us, he auditioned for Ava over the internet. I'm mad because how many nights have I slept outside of record companies? How many nights have I slept outside with other dancers to audition for a damn music video? I mean, you had to show up on a fucking site. Damn these kids now. Damn them all. But at some point, you're going to have to get out of there, because that's not the hub. It's going to be New York. It's going to be Los Angeles. It's going to be Chicago. It's going to be, it's not going to be New Orleans. Once she gets to a certain point, and if she's serious and all those things, you may as well start packing your bags. You're leaving New Orleans. I'm telling you, you are. It really will. I got to take a class with Alvin Ailey here at NOCCA. I don't know what NOCCA is, but obviously I know Alvin Ailey, and I would just want to touch you if you touched him at all, just so that energy could just, I mean, my God. White people always want to default to Bob Fosse. It's not Fosse. But we've always had the best dancers, do you understand? It wasn't Gene Kelly and Fred Astaire, it was the Nicholas brothers. Let us understand. You understand? Michael Peterson, who did Michael Jackson's Thriller. Then you have Vince Patterson, who did Smooth Criminal. You can see a difference in those videos. It's only good because it's Michael. It would be good anyway, but you could see the clandestine, the forward thinking of a Michael Peterson, even in the 1980s. That choreography still stands up of Thriller. It doesn't look dated. He didn't put in a bunch of jazz hands, which was a lot of stuff that was going on then, if you look at the history of dance. But I mean, just I can't. Barry Lather, Terry Bixler, Anthony Thomas, Lavelle Smith, Tina Landon. These are all choreographers. Me. We have the best dancers, damn it. It's us. Yeah, they're making it too easy. Paul Mooney. I would love to hear what you have to say, King. I'm going to start on that now. What an amazing experience it was. I'm sure it was. No question, you know. Wow. I'm so pleased that that happened for you, you know. Wow. Here's what I want to say about Paul Mooney, everybody. He is the greatest. As with everything with this white devil, if you are not indicting them 24 hours a day, which every African should be doing, you know, like James Baldwin said, to be a conscious Negro in this society is to live in a constant state of rage. That defines me. But Paul Mooney wrote for Dave Chappelle. He wrote for In Living Color. Before we get to his stand-up, he wrote. You know, it's kind of like what I've told you in the past about, you know, the songwriters. You know, people always think about being in the music business, but never think about the business end of it. The songwriter is so paid for all the gazillions that Celine Dion has. The writer has got a bigger mansion and a bigger bank account than Celine Dion. The writer. So Paul Mooney wrote for In Living Color. He wrote for Richard Pryor. He wrote for Dave Chappelle. He wrote for Saturday Night Live. He wrote for Eddie Murphy. You know, these are people who are going to tell you the joke you're going to say. You remember there was a brouhaha some time back with Cat Williams saying that Tiffany Haddish wasn't funny, and, you know, name a joke that Tiffany Haddish has that you can remember from a Tiffany Haddish. And you don't get a commercial career unless, with anything. Why I don't sit here now with 23, well, I would have been way past 23,000 subscribers now, but why I'm not sitting here with my 23,000 subscribers and my 5 million views and my 2,000 videos now is because I speak the fucking truth about white people and their society and their evil. That I'm not gonna be party to this fantasy that they need so desperately. I don't need it. You understand? Same was with the case with a Paul Mooney. If you're not familiar with Paul Mooney, you should be shot. But before they shoot you, you should try after watching me today, you should be going and watching all things you can watch on Paul Mooney. He was so bold and progressive throughout his time, you know. He was not a comic that white people felt all that comfortable going to see. So most of his audiences were black, you know, because he understands, like me, you can get anything you need, and everything you're ever going to need, you can do it with your own people. You don't need to sell out and make white people feel fantastic. You don't need to. And he was a legend in the black community. You know, he didn't have the ultra commercial success because of these reasons that I'm telling you. You know, Kevin Hart is a fart joke to me. And he definitely is never going to say anything harsh about white people or the predicament of African people and be passionate, and he's not doing that. You know, Dave Chappelle is a fart joke, although I think he is more entertaining than Kevin Hart for me. He's too relatable to white people, and that makes him undesirable to me. You know, even Michelle Obama said that, you know, when she first met Barack, she just wasn't into him at first because white people were just fawning over him too much, and that just, you know, she wasn't having that. Like, well, they like him too much, so now I'm not really feeling them. Just not really feeling them, you know. And he attempts at least at trying to put some knowledge out, Dave Chappelle. You know, I don't really see him more as a comic. I see him as a funny lecturer in a way. You know, um, and I saw that his response to the death of Paul Mooney was that he was the greatest. Like he just give it over. That was the dude. So that I appreciate him for that. Um, but Paul Mooney made you think. You know, he made you think. You had to. And if you were, and of course, white people want to be in on everything that we do. And so once they realize that that's not really the safe haven for them, then they're not really happy about it. You know, oh, they're not really there for me. They're being black over there. They hate that. They hate it. They hate it. And Paul Mooney was one of those people. So they would dare to come to some of his shows, or some of the places that he was playing. They're just gonna be there because maybe he's playing a resort or he's playing something where they're gonna be there, and he would light their ass up like a Christmas tree. All the white people are doing so and so now, and his whole speaking voice was just everything. There was nobody like him, dude. White people. I can't do his voice. I have to work on it. White people. And he had this raspy, smoky thing too. So it was white people, and he was defiant. So it was the whole thing to his voice. I'd have to sit with it and get his intonation. But I was so surprised. I mean, that people are gonna die eventually, but damn, Paul Mooney, now it just you feel some type of way because we're losing all of our greats, everybody, and we're not replacing them with nothing. We're not replacing them with anything. If you're not happy with Umar Johnson, are you raising an Umar Johnson right now? Are you? You see what I'm saying? So we're not replacing our greats, and we're more and more we're harboring a culture of fear amongst our people, and it's affecting everything that we do, including how we rear our children. They've oversold a Kevin Hart to this generation so that Paul Mooney passes away and it's just kind of a blip to this generation. They should know who the greats are and were. You never treat it as ancient history. This is what it means to bequeath your culture upon our children. You ask other cultures. I could talk to a 15-year-old kid from India right now. He's going to be able to tell me the history of his culture, of his people, and why. I talked to a Latina. They can tell me about Celia Cruz and why she was, and Che Guevara, and why he was so important, and what Hugo Chavez did, and in Venezuela, and they know this stuff. It's part of what it's like knowing how to bath, know how to brush your teeth, how to put your cologne on, and these people too, and what they did for La Cultura. We have to start getting to that. We're failing at every test point. The same way they carried Riri through the streets and it was, oh my God, Aretha Franklin or Diana Prince of Wales or somebody, it should have been the same thing for Paul Mooney. There's not a better sketch comedy show that's ever been, ever, other than In Living Color. I will fight anyone who disagrees with that. There isn't. There's no better sketch comedy show ever in the history of ever than In Living Color. There's not. It's not Saturday Night Live. It's not Mad TV. It's not any of this stuff. Just like there was not a more interesting late night talk show than Arsenio Hall. It was destination television. Destination. Everything about it was you was hyped. It's Arsenio. That's it. You know. And then you have these sellout Negroes who now you will see them tweeting, "Oh, the loss of Paul Mooney is so sad," and it's just all this. But some of them have platforms that they never would have invited him onto because of their white devil masters. It's very sad. And what was he? 79. He still looked amazing. Beautiful teeth. I assumed they were his because he always had the same teeth. Beautiful teeth, beautiful skin. He was physically a beautiful man, and he could peel the layers of an audience. He would just sit there. He had this way with his microphone that he always held it like this, with, and just kind of looked at you like you're the problem the whole time, judging, and you kind of didn't want him to come to you because it would be lightning striking you several times, and he would just kind of work the room and sort of, assassinate the room through his technique. But he also had a thing that he did. You watch him, and just to make sure you're listening, he knows what the answer is. He'll be just like that girl, this girl with this ponytail, this girl with this grande something, this something. He wants your involvement. And then somebody say Ariana Grande. Yeah, this Ariana Grande person, I can't take her. I can't take her. I can't. And I'm kind of channeling him now. I was trying to get his voice earlier, but I'm kind of feeling him now, SubhanAllah. But he does that. He does this the whole time, and he goes, and this Oprah, this bitch, who's this Oprah, and it's just he was everything, dude. Paul Mooney, man, that's the greatest of all time. Kevin Hart can now go sit down. I hope that this will encourage people who think they love Kevin Hart so much to go and watch somebody like a Paul Mooney and go, "Oh, that dude's totally nothing. We were wrong. I want my money back from that Kevin Hart show now." Let me see what you guys were saying about Paul Mooney. Make it. Paul Mooney would love to hear what you. What an amazing experience. Cheryl, listening to you gives. I read that. Paul Mooney, thank you. Listening to you give you true knowledge and wisdom on the late great. I'm British, Richard says, but I'm familiar with Paul Mooney, so please don't shoot me. I couldn't. You're familiar with him because he was known. Like, he was known. He wasn't just known here in America. He was known. So yeah, you should know him in Great Britain. Nola, he was brilliant. Every joke was rooting and truth. It so was, Shiro King, did you ever watch the movie I'm White, Free, and 21? Paul Mooney said that's how he lived. I don't think I did. If you have the link, Queen, yeah, you could text that to me. I'm White, Free, and 21. I don't know. When I see it, I don't know if I've seen it. Right now, I don't know if I've seen it. It's not ringing bells. I will say that. Paul Mooney was everything, dude. He's another trailblazer, and thank goodness, Dave Chappelle is the type of person who'll give it up, like, just let you know, these are the guys that were blah blah blah, Kevin Hart is going to be more political because of his white handlers, you know, and his time is so. I can hear the clock clicking now. I think we're in the last 10 seconds, aren't we? I think it's the last 10. It is the last 10 seconds. Yep, last 10 seconds of his career happening right now for Kevin Hart. He's overexposed. He's not funny. Um, there's no irony to him. There's no, this, eh, eh, you know, eh. I just don't have another word for him right now other than just, eh, eh, eh. I just don't feel him. I just don't, you know. You should make, what's today, Sunday, over the next couple weekends at the very least, everybody should be going and just watching anything you can find on Paul Mooney. He's very funny. Richard says Kevin Hart is not in the slightest bit funny. It's just not. I was watching, you probably can appreciate this, Richard. I was watching, I went down the rabbit hole some kind of way. I ended up on Andrew Dice Clay videos. And that guy is funny. And his whole shtick is, I'm funny, you're gonna believe I'm funny, or die, kind of, like I'm the baddest, coolest dude that ever lived. That's just what it is. I'm a model. Every woman wants me. Every dude wants to be me. Nobody could kick my ass. I mean, his whole presence is that. All that is funny. All of it. And, he would sell out Madison Square Garden, and things like that. I think Kevin Hart has sold out Madison Square Garden. That's the dream of any comic. Can you sell out the Garden? Can you sell out the Garden? And then there was Dave Chappelle with his $50 million with Comedy Central and all of it. And just like with everything else, we've lost the quality, from our food to our music to our comedians and actors and entertainers. Everything is just now déclassé. Everything is, who's the next Riri? Who's the next Aretha Franklin? Who do we have? Maybe Jennifer Hudson, maybe. But not really. Because Aretha Franklin was more than just her voice. Aretha was down for the struggle. She would write a check to the civil rights movement in a heartbeat. She was on the front line. She was there when they needed her. She would show up and do whatever. So in that regard, we don't have, who do you think Fantasia is going to do that? You think Jennifer Hudson is going to do that? I don't think so. So we don't have another Riri. We don't have another Michael Jackson. We don't. We can't. It's not even possible. So that's other nebula. We don't have it. We're losing all of our greats. We just lost DMX. For all his problems, we needed a DMX. And this comes from somebody who y'all know doesn't even like hip hop music. We needed a DMX because he represented that brother that we all know, not sophisticated, way over fucking masculine and all that, but you needed a brother like that out there with that. Just, because a lot of brothers out there like that, and they need that, we don't have him now, we lost Big Tiny Liston. By the way, one of his nephews used to be one of the kids. When I told you guys I worked 2 years of juvenile corrections, one of his nephews was one of the kids at the facility. I don't know if I ever shared that story with you, but he's gone. John Singleton. I have hope in like a Ryan Coogler, but I like his thug style, and he's unsophisticated, and he made Black Panther. That's my new dude. So maybe he will carry on in the tradition of a John Singleton. Yeah. Yeah, but where's the new Spike Lee? Where's he at? Spike Lee's one of our greats. Who we're gonna have after Spike? Who's ready to take Spike to do bold ass fucking movies like that, like Spike did and does? You know, Paul Mooney is another loss of one of our great treasures. It should be headline news everywhere. Breaking news. Comedian Paul Mooney. Comedian Paul Mooney. And I don't even have television anymore because I don't have cable anymore. But I should have known this before I knew it. I only knew this the day before yesterday, I think. And he passed, I think, on Wednesday, the 19th. So forget the date, just the date. He passed on the 19th, and I just found out like the day before yesterday, and today is like not anything close to that. Today is the 30th. So that tells you. You just have to go watch everything that you can on this dude and get your life. Get your life, because everything that I'm saying will become real to you. Shiro says, okay, I sure. That movie was made, I believe, in the 50s. Oh my God. Yes, definitely send me a link if you have it, Queen. Black Beauty. Paul Mooney was not afraid to call out white people at all. In a heartbeat. And he did it in such a way there was nothing they could do. Like one of his jokes, he'd say, and we see this, so it was the truth and it was funny. He goes, when a black person goes in, you go on your job and shoot everybody, the police show up and take you to jail. Take the nigger to jail. Take the nigger to jail. Take the nigger to jail. Crazy white person, why'd you kill your entire family and everybody at your job? Oh, we have to study this. Oh, we have to study this. Crazy nigger, why'd you kill everybody at your job and why'd you kill your whole family? Take him to jail, or you have multiple personalities. Well, find which one of them, because whichever one it is, nigger, that's the one that's going to jail. Like, I can't even tell it like him, but he told the truth, man. He just told the truth. He told the truth, and he's one of them ones that had been around forever, so he knew stuff. He knew stuff. Shiro says, yeah, we can do without Kevin Hart. Richard says, Andrew Dice Clay is making a comeback. Yes, he is. But he is not aged as well as Paul Mooney. Certainly he is not. And unbeknownst, and in this diatribe of going down the rabbit hole that I did the other day, or in the last days, Richard, I found out he was, because I didn't see the Lady Gaga movie, A Star is Born, because no star was in that. So no star was born. So whatever. That's not even. But he played Lady Gaga's father. That's notable, and I didn't know that. And they were shoving that movie down your damn throat like as if it was the greatest thing ever. And and the relationship between Gaga and whoever the fucker was that nobody cared about. And so what? And but he was her father. And in something I watched on him, they showed a clip. I'm like, okay, he's doing his thing. And it also, I learned that he's a really kind, soft-hearted dude. Still a white devil, like he would ever be my friend. But I'm just being objective and saying, I was really like, wow, wow. It's sad that a lot of his relationships went south because he's just such a meathead in that way. But it's just his way. He doesn't mean it to be mean. I just had a new perspective on him. He's a good father. His kids are real important to him. He's very transparent. he's just straight up, man. I had a whole, I only know him as the comic, that brought the cigarette around the back of his head, and and that killed me dead the first time I ever saw that. Like, it was so ridiculous that you had to just crawl out of the room laughing. But he's so much more than that, and there he was. His sons now are trying on his old jackets. It's a whole thing. It was a joy to see. But yeah, he is making a comeback. You go on to say DMX was the last of the old school style rappers. So good and and so good, and rap may have died with him. I think at the very least it was the last nail in the coffin, because for me, rap has been dead for quite some time, and this may have just been like, okay, and that now too. So there it goes. You know. Um, there was a brother that I saw that was talking about the Boondocks, how they either predicted or parodied real life events. And there was Thugalicious, that in the Boondocks series, which I have on DVD here, um, where this Thugalicious rapper started getting, started wearing all this feminine stuff, looking like a damn tri-tip. And then he was juxtaposing that to that shit is real in real life, like it really is, and we know it to be true. Rappers and athletes are now carrying purses. I don't give a fuck what you want to name, you want to call it. It's a fucking purse. It just is. Done. And no man walks around carrying as much shit as any woman on any given day. Women need whatever, if we're going to call it a purse or not, women need some kind of satchel, because historically they've always had to carry a bunch of shit. If just you're a mom, you got to have the diapers, the extra diapers. You got to have lotion and baby oil and Vaseline. And what if they get hungry? And you got to have, they have to have a satchel of shit. We get it. That's fine. If she's not with child, she's got to have her compact. She's got to have her billfold. She has to have a mirror. She has to have, but then they have stuff for us too. So, like I've told you guys back, like there's nothing more glorious than when you see a black woman go like this. When they reach in that titty, good things happen. Money, phone, candy, gum, nothing but good things come out of it. When they do that, you got to get something good. But no dude at any moment of the day is carrying enough shit to justify carrying a fucking bag. And it used to be just when you were going to the gym, you had a duffel bag that sat someplace in the house for all eternity, and that was your gym clothes, and you took that when you went to the gym. Now there they are with Louis Vuitton and Chanel and Versace and Dolce & Gabbana, and I'm over it. They're literally carrying fucking purses now, and the little tight, it's just, but they were showing all this, and the obsession with the ass now amongst black men. There's a real ass obsession with black men, and upset with ass and other men's ass and their own ass. It's almost like a contest of who can have the fattest ass now amongst the brothers. And they showed this in the Boondocks where they were it was a whole thing, man. But just, so to come back to center what you were saying, that, you think rap is dead. A lot of things are just dead now, and we're just allowing them to kill it off. I appreciated this one kid that I saw that was doing a mashup. I'm never on TikTok. I have no idea what it really is, and I could care less. But you hear the name TikTok, and this kid was doing, young kid, sounded like that, but yet he was black, but he sounded all that. This bullshit was going on that hurts my larynx when I fucking do it. So I'm fucking leaving right now, dude, and trying and can't go on anyways. Doing this. Get me whatever killed Elvis. Do it! But he did a fantastic job. of showing how everything on TikTok is a theft of black culture. Everything. All these little white little fuckers getting all their millions of views and their branding and the bullshit on doing some shit that they directly stole from black people. Consistent, because it's what I tell you all the time. Anything and everything that white people have, express, articulate, attain, they have stolen. They have nothing authentic to them except for their evil. That's it. That's their pot of gold. Everything else they've stolen and usurped and taken, murdered away from somebody else. That's the truth of it. That's the truth of it. Lastly, I want to talk briefly about the Palestinian. I had a few more things because we spoke at length about this Palestinian thing the other night, everybody, and I don't want to hold you forever. And by the way, before I get to this Palestinian thing, I have wondered, and this is the first time I'm saying it out loud, is if my name is having something to do with my passport. In that politics, I always tell you, everything's tit and tat for white people at all times, at every moment of the day, everybody. 100%. It just because you don't know that or have that experience does not make it untrue. I'm just so sorry. I wonder if they think I'm going to Africa to do something, something's going on. Something's going on. And it could be that as it relates to the Palestinian thing, I'm a Muslim. My full name is Arabic. And maybe they think there's some convergence of Muslims into the region to take out Israel. I'm not in any objection to such an act, but that's not my intent. So, I just wonder, timing and all of it, it crossed my mind. There, I said it out loud. But I need you to know this. This is something I didn't share with you the other night when we were talking about this. The Al-Aqsa Mosque is everything to the Islamic world. Hear this. It is everything to the Islamic world. All 1.8 billion Muslims. Of which only a fraction are Arab. But this white devil, during Ramadan, was storming into the house of Allah and attacking Palestinian Muslims in Al-Aqsa Mosque. Muslims will kill you for that. I will kill you for that. There's certain things we don't play with. Remember a few years ago when some cartoonists thought it'd be fun to draw an image of the Prophet Muhammad and his shit was bombed into non-existence? We all stood behind that. All 1.8 billion of us. When black people walk around talking about, we not a monolithic group. Bitch, we need to be monolithic on some things. And there are many things that Muslims are 100% monolithic on. 100%. But why it's so important is because you Christians know it as the Dome of the Rock. It is the Al-Aqsa Mosque. And this is where the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was given the ascension. It is also from whence there is a very famous historical event known to Muslims where this, the final prophet from Allah, met with all of the previous prophets and led them in prayer in this mosque. It's a whole thing. You have to know something about Islamic history, but that's why I always tell you, you have to fill yourself up with things that you don't think apply to you and that you're not interested in, so that you know full context on things that are happening in the world, just so you have a piece of the puzzle that you can put in and go, oh, that's why that fits. Yep, okay. But so many of our people, you think something doesn't apply to you, you're not interested, therefore I don't need to know about it. But yes, you do. You understand? Also, because there was another piece that I alluded to that I didn't follow through with. Who was the fucker? Politician won't admit Palestine is a state and should defend itself. Maybe that'll get us there. The bitch saying didn't hear, try again. That's some bullshit. U.S. won't admit Palestine is a state and should defend itself. Didn't hear, try again. Go to hell, bitch. Die off. All right, I have to go out of you guys and come back because I can't. I'm trying to think who it was, man. How do I ask this question? Won't answer if Palestine is a state. There was somebody, one of the Biden people. I mentioned this, but I didn't show it to you. Ask the fucker. They're up there, Israel this and Israel that. Is like, so, but Palestine has a right to defend itself too. Again, I don't have that information. No, bitch. You can speak very firmly about Israel's fake bitch ass, but these people are being attacked by rockets and shit, and you don't know whether or not they should, if they have the right to defend themselves. Do you recognize Palestine as a state? Again, I can't get in. They're not even allowed to say it. They're not even allowed to say it. Don't tell me shit. There is no Israeli-Palestinian conflict, everybody. That's the other thing. We have to change the language. It's just white devils aggressing on non-white people who happen to be Muslim and or Christian. Was it the fucking Anthony dude? Secretary of State won't answer questions about Palestine. Found the bitch. All knowledge is with Allah. Turn up your volume, troops. Hear this. Let me turn the air off because I want to be sure you hear this. I want there to be no doubt about what we've heard. Let me come back to you. Did you see the monkey that was done by the blood vandalizing Nipsey Hussle? No, I didn't, Queen. Dick Gregory pissed me off when our other king, Malcolm, called him, and Dick said the bullshit. We both don't need to die, but the trash can. Dick was on point about. And by the way, King, I'm still practicing how to pronounce your handsome kingly name. I got you, baby girl. Wait now. Hear this, everybody.
We're speaking of the principle of self-defense.
I'm asking if you think that the
wait, because it occurs to me that you need to see him say that part. This is the U.S. State Department, the bitches I'm cussing out every day about my fucking passport. U.S. State Department spokesperson. I need you to see his white devil face say this first sentence. Wait now.
The airstrikes that they're conducting in response.
Matt, this is a very fluid situation. I would hesitate to comment on operations beyond, the rocket fire that is clearly targeting innocent civilians in Israel. So I would hesitate to speak to specific.
I would hesitate to comment on the rocket fire that is affecting innocent civilians in Israel. I'm gonna let you. I'll try and go through without you. I'll try and shut up.
We're speaking of the principle of self-defense.
I'm asking if you think that the principle of self-defense applies to the airstrikes that they're conducting in response.
Matt, this is a very fluid situation. I would hesitate to comment on operations beyond, the rocket fire that is clearly targeting innocent civilians in Israel. So I would hesitate to speak to specific operations that have just occurred. But the broader principle of self-defense is something we stand by on behalf of Israel and every other country.
Do you think that an Israeli military response to the rockets coming in, a military response to the rockets coming in is covered by this broader rubric of self-defense, right?
Self-defense often does authorize the use of force.
What you said about the principle of self-defense, does that in any way apply to the Palestinians? Do they have a right to self-defense? Do Palestinians have a right to self-defense?
Broadly speaking,
you have to see him say it.
We believe
you have to see this guy, because the first guy was kind of wet noodle. I didn't know that because I hadn't seen that part. This is the dude.
On behalf of Israel and every other country.
Do you think that an Israeli military response to the rockets coming in, a military response to the rockets coming in is covered by this broader rubric of self-defense, right?
Self-defense often does authorize the use of force.
What you said about the principle of self-defense, does that in any way apply to the Palestinians? Do they have a right to self-defense? Do Palestinians have a right to self-defense?
Broadly speaking, Saeed, we believe in the concept of self-defense. We believe it applies to any state. I don't think that I certainly wouldn't want my words to be construed as.
I understand. I want to ask you, I don't want to harp on this either, but the Israelis killed 13 people just now, including maybe 5 or 6 children. Do you condemn that? Do you condemn the killing?
Do you condemn that?
Saeed,
I'm asking, do you condemn the killing?
That's a yes or no fucking question.
Obviously, and these reports are just emerging, and I understand. I was just speaking to the team. I understand we don't have independent confirmation of facts on the ground yet, so I'm very hesitant to get into reports that are just emerging. Obviously, the deaths of civilians, be they Israeli or Palestinians, are something we would take very seriously.
Your answer, you're going to know as soon as I read what your answer was. That there's a big problem with it. You said, well, not a problem, it just doesn't answer the question. We believe that it, meaning the right to self-defense, applies to any state. Well, you see the problem, right? Yes?
Do you want to?
Do you regard Palestine as a state?
I wasn't
Do you
referring.
think that, do you
But
don't in the context of the ICC and the UN? So are you saying that you do not, if it applies to any state, are you saying that Palestinians don't have a right to self-defense?
I was making a broader point, not attached to Israel or Palestinians in that case.
So
No, it's not attached to any state.
they do have a right to self-defense.
Matt, I'm not in a position to debate the legalities
right.
from up here. What our message is one of de-escalation.
You won't fucking say that Palestine is a state and has a right to defend itself. Bitch, if you storm into my fucking house, I get to kill you and gut your carcass. You understand? This is how hard they lick the ass of this Zionist fictional bullshit. This is it. Oh, states have a right to defend themselves, and it's all this and the third. But the moment, well, so does Palestine has the right to defend itself? I mean, you get into legalities, and I can't. This sounds like the fucker, Christopher, that I cussed out at the State Department, that I played you guys audio for over on my other channel, on the Jedi Africa channel. This is the stain, the stench that is white people, that extends to this place that they've called Israel. These people are full of shit. And what's sad is why is this making sounds? What's sad is everybody and their mama should be there fighting with the Palestinians to rid the land of this roach, this stench. These people aren't holy. They're not Jews. They're not Semitic. That's just like the orange puff white devil that just finished being president of this bitch, claiming he's a Christian and he loves God, and there he was holding the fucking Bible upside down. We have to pray for the deaths of these people, everybody. We have to. We have to. We have to. We have to. You know, these people have been under attack for, it's actually since 1917, really. You know, and then you had the whole British thing happen, and this is where we get the 1948, the Balfour thing was really 1917, but that's when it really sort of jumped off. That's the date that everybody really kind of agrees on, is 1948, you know. But this represents a microcosm of everything that I tell you about humanity as a whole. Just like Palestine is never going to be happy and free until those people are dead and don't exist anymore. Just as all of humanity is never going to be content and at peace and able to have an authentic life experience until white people no longer exist breathing anywhere. That's the truth. You know, there was another guy that I'm not going to play this for you, but I'm going to show it to you because it goes to, you know, I tell you the white man is the devil and I can back it up. And this guy is telling you why Africa, it's deliberate. It's a deliberate, concerted effort to keep them poor. They can never rise. Who is this guy? I'm going to tell you. Is it on this channel? You need to see this. But again, this is why my future president, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, is so important, because he has no problem telling this white devil, we not the handout continent that needs aid and handout from your bitch ass. We don't need that. He just made a speech the other day, or the other week, or whenever it was, right in front of the Swiss bitch. Like, bitch, we're not giving you no more cocoa. It's all, Switzerland is so famous for their superior chocolate, and Swiss Miss, that bitch is going to be on Skid Row. Swiss Miss and her fucking mama. You understand? Because like we'll start producing our own cocoa, and refining our own cocoa and our raw materials in Ghana. Thank you. Bye bye. You understand? And it will be superior, because when white people get a hold of it, they usually use lamps to dry the beans. And by nature, in Africa, they use the sun. And all the scientists and chemists who are the know-it-alls of chocolate say this is a superior chocolate to anything else on earth. Period. Switzerland gets 65% of its cocoa from Ghana, West Africa. So that's another reason why I chose Ghana, everybody, because the politics of a nation matter to me. It's going to matter to my level of fury and anger. I have to be in a country like Ghana where the president understands the white man is the devil and we need to be running some shit. You understand? Paul Kagame in Rwanda is another one who I'm proud of. Uhuru Kenyatta in Kenya. There's a few of them. Of course, His Excellency Nana Addo Akufo-Addo. But they are starting to understand, no, get your white ass out, because how is it that the Congo, literally, everybody, everything that we're doing right now is not possible without the Congo. You watching me doing it, me being on a phone, a lamp, a fucking keyboard, a mouse, anything electronic must have several minerals that come from the Congo. But among them is one called coltan. I've spoken at length about this to you before. How is it that the Democratic Republic of Congo doesn't make Dubai look like the projects? And when my excellency stood up at the Swiss and told the bitches, no more cocoa for your bitch ass, you should have seen how the white people in the room were reacting. They were not happy. Then he stood next to the French president and told them to go to hell, essentially, in a very nice way. And you could tell the French president was like, that nice, nasty, fake bullshit. Like, it's a new day, everybody. When black people stand up and articulate ourselves, white people fucking lose at every checkpoint. When you're being held up by artificial air, that shit can go pop and you sink. That represents their ass. We have it all as a people. It's us. We have it. We have it. We have it. And you need to let your kids know. We have everything. Anything you ever admire about them people, that's yours. That's not theirs. We have it. Damn it, it's probably on my other freaking channel, dude. It's worth showing it to you, y'all. Just bear with me, and then we'll start landing. I can't sign into that on here, though. That's my disadvantage. Well, I'll just put this in. Boom. Keep Africa poor, by all cost.
Okay, so what I'm going to try and do is just give you some charts and a couple of tables just to paint a little bit of a picture that you already know. Okay, so what this presentation is fundamentally designed to say is this. Africa, historically, sub-Saharan Africa, has been fundamental to the global prosperity of the advanced countries. Okay, and Africa had a role to play. It has a role as a raw material producer. We will not allow sub-Saharan Africa to escape that. Okay, we do everything to keep sub-Saharan Africa where it is, also impoverished. It's absolutely vital for the prosperity of everyone else. So let's get clear about that. Okay, and this means all the economic structures, all the global institutions, and the economics we teach everyone is all designed to keep Africa exactly where it is. And whether it is Europe or US or now China, it's always the same. We need Africa to be impoverished because we need those raw materials and we need them dirt cheap. Okay, so that's the message. It doesn't mean to say that there's nothing Africans can do. Of course there is. Okay, but this is the opposition that they're fighting. This is what it's about. Because if Africa does do something different, I assure you living standards of all those in Europe and North America and Asia is going to fall. Okay, and that is a big price to pay. I assure you that the West is not going to allow that without a big fight.
Without a big fight. This goes to what another central theme I tell you about the white man being the devil. They never interested in just sharing and being amongst, and let's all have. Well, look, Africa, you have everything, so how can we just get some of it so we can just kind of be good off, and you guys still have, we want it all and you don't have shit. You understand? It's sickening. It's sickening. It's never hyperbole when I tell you the white man is the devil. Damn it, I mean it. This is just one receipt of enough to go around the earth a number of times to just fucking cover it until it's completely covered from one corner to the next.
Okay, so this is what it's fundamentally about. What I want to show you is how these structures are operating. It's just 20 minutes, so we can't do very much, but just to give you a little bit of an idea. And why I keep the ideology part there is because we are part of the producers of ideology. At universities and academic institutions, we are complicit in this whole enterprise. Okay, so the job of many Western academics is to convince Africans they have to keep doing what they're doing. Okay, and to show them it's your fault that you're poor. It's not our fault. It's your.
You see? Well, look, it's your fault. And what does the white devil here do? Why don't you just pull yourself up by your bootstraps? Same devil. The same devil. That's why I punch every black person when they say, well, you can't say it's all white people. That's for your bitch ass not knowing. That's for your bitch ass not knowing. That's for your bitch ass not knowing. Because I could take one cobra snake out of a basket and say, I just got this from fucking, I don't know, Sudan. And this one I just found in Mexico. Both of them are a goddamn cobra. Do you understand? This is why my future president, His Excellency, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, is setting up industry because he understands, no, you're never going to go any place by just selling your raw materials. And the white devil always gives you an upside down deal. You need to build manufacturing to create jobs, to refine your raw materials and sell it to their bitch ass at a price they could barely afford. This is how Africa rises. You understand? Oh, there's more, but you can go and hear the rest of it. It's called oh, I was still thinking about the other thing, the fucker not wanting to acknowledge Palestine. The actual title of the video is called "This is why the West." This is why the West wants Africa to remain poor. But on the actual screen, it says, keep Africa poor at all costs. So I think either one of those will get you there. The video is only 9 minutes long, and there, but it's only part of it because there's a longer lecture that he gives, that is longer. That's called Underdevelopment in Africa. Underdevelopment in Africa. You see that one's 29 minutes or nearly a half hour long. Write this stuff down, everybody. Now, the long one is called Underdevelopment in Africa. What's the real story? And it's part of the one that I just let you hear. And you need to see that one that I let you hear a piece of, because that one, we didn't hear all of it. That one's 9.5 minutes. But the collusion is the point I'm trying to make. You understand? So just like they doing this to the Africans, you heard the motherfucker couldn't even admit that or acknowledge that Palestine has a right to defend its own fucking country, where this big nose, funky ass white devil is that has no right to fucking be there at all. No right at all. And could have been there just fine if they had gone in from the beginning and said, listen, we really seek refuge because nobody else wants us, because we're the toenail and the asshole of the devil. And could you please just give us a few parcels of land that we could use to stay on? They would have been embraced by anybody, anywhere they went. But because the white man is the devil, he has to do everything like a devil. So you go and you kill the people off and you take their shit. They don't know righteousness. It's not even, they don't even know it. Think about how many times you even hear the word righteous mentioned out of a white devil's mouth on television or in their or any articles that they write. Think about it. This is the type of things that I'm always cognizant of. You understand what I'm telling you? Oh my God, I can't, y'all. I can't. I'm going to release some water. I'm going to come back and see the last of your comments, and we'll land. And I just see Anjane. What's up, Queen? Blood of Jesus. And put some more punch in my cup. Thank you, please. Okay, everybody, I'm back and shining. We're gonna start to land. While I was on my water break, I seen you, Frankie. You say, Jedi, tell me, uh, I feel like the older I get, my body wants good nutrition and peace of mind, and everyone else and older can just eat the same shit and act the same. I will say this, Frankie, probably the best answer I could give you. Everything about my life, um, and appreciate you, Kiara, on that sub-Saharan. Yeah, appreciate you caught that. That's a video. Um, Everything in my life is informed by my way of life. This is what I've tried to preach to you all for years. A way of life. Way of life. You know, like anybody here will tell you, I have a certain way I dress. I have a way that I do this. I have a way I fix my macaroni and cheese. I have a way that I get low battery warnings. All right, where are we at? Now, but nobody's applying. I have a way that I live. Like I have a way that I do everything in my life. Nobody is doing that. Do you understand? I've said to you all, Islam is not a religion. Roll that out. That word is just meant to confuse the neurons. It's something I've got to go and do. I'm going to church on Sunday. I'm going to Bible study on Wednesday and choir rehearsal on Thursday. And I'm giving all my money to the church. There's that. Way of life. I just went to the restroom. There's a dua that I say before I enter the restroom. I sit as a man to urinate. Science is caught up. They know it's better for the prostate and all of it. Then I do extinja. I pour water over my member, we'll say, my tree trunk. But that don't get distracted. Right. Stay focused. I pour water. Do you understand? And then I wash my hands. And when I exit, there's another dua that I say. It's a way. It's a way. When I enter my house, there's something that I say. There's a way I do everything. So that affects what I eat. Now, it's another story when it comes to me because I have food fear and I hate everything and it's a whole thing. But your body communicates to you. You know, I love this song by Madonna called The Power of Goodbye. There's a simple line where she says, pain is a warning that something's wrong. I pray to God that it won't be long. Pain is a warning that something's wrong. It's a simple little phrase, but it's true, you know. Your body is telling you everything. Sadly, in American diet and society, when our body speaks to us, just like when the whisper happens, we don't hear it until it's a brick being thrown against our head because there's no way of life. So when diet, you know, or anything we're going about, I got a headache. Well, your body is telling you something, but because you're not living in a space of consistency and listening, you don't know what it is. If anything that happens, I can go, okay, what I do different? And I can find out. I'm consistent, but I also have a way of life. You know, I was speaking to Kai one evening and he said to me, and this was sometime when I wasn't feeling well. I had mentioned to you guys something, I can't remember. I don't know. And he said to me, I've never even heard you sneeze. Like, it was just a profound thing to hear. But, all praises due to Allah. I don't remember the last time that I was ill. I can't remember the last time I had a sore throat. I can't remember the last time I had a headache. I mean, I just, so it seems that you have heard a whisper. There's an awareness, there's a recognition that has taken place somewhere with you, Frankie. And best thing I can say to you is pursue that. Know that this is a dangerous environment for you as an African. Know that all the food is Frankenstein. Pursue living things wherever you can. Sometimes I have to eat junk food because I'll just turn into a skeleton. I told you guys my ring that I used to wear, I don't know where it is. I don't know when it came off. I wore it because it had sentimental value, but I also wore it because it let me, when it starts to slip off, I know that I need to eat. And then when I get that skinny, then it's like, okay, fine, I'll buy a bag of chips. Damn it, let me buy some chocolate coated raisins. Let me buy. Just to put some weight on. And then I go back to, then I abstain from that stuff and I just go back to what stuff that I normally would eat. But you should pursue a diet of living things. You shouldn't be looking at expiration dates. And one of the things that I appreciate about Africa, certainly in Ghana, people will tell you, you just like, we go to the store and be stocking up on all this food. They ain't really doing all of that. People go to the market every day and they get what they need for their meal and they go home and they fix it. It's all this supermarket stuff going on. They have supermarkets, but it's not like the appendage to their life like it is for us here. Pursue things that die, that live and die. Like bananas, you got a certain amount of time you got to eat the bananas or they're going to be brown. You understand? Try to eat living food. I don't know if you're prone to junk food, but get rid of as much junk food as you can. Certainly sodas are a big deal, especially to a lot of people that want to lose weight. Just if you cut soda, you'd be surprised. If you drink like that makes you fat. Don't drink. And it's bad for you. I just watched a documentary the other day on just the effects of alcohol on the body. This guy he does nothing but cadavers. And so it's real bodies, and he's showing you body parts and what stuff does to different things in the body and stuff like that. You know, just try to eat living food, but most of all, try to really, I don't know how religious you are, but forget that word. Just try and be connected to the one that created you and speak directly to him when you eat anything and ask him to cleanse it of anything that is not of him, and to let you receive only the benefit of that, and then eat it. Even Muslims, we're known for not eating pork, but what a lot of people don't know is that Allah has instructed mankind that if there's nothing else and you about to die, then and only then you make dua, you pronounce the name of Allah over this, and you can go ahead and partake of that pig. We pray we're never in that position, but even that. But I offer that just to say to you the power of praying over your food and asking God to cleanse it of any, impurities that are not of him, and that it give you the nutritional value, because food is medicine for us on the earth. It's not just so we can just love eating and indulging. It's to provide something for us, and it's in variety because your body has many cells and many different needs, and there are many systems. And so this food helps this, and this food helps that, and this food is good for that, and this food, you take it as medicine, not as just I'm pigging out and indulging, Another shout out to my queen, Anjane. Always good to see you. Sean Scott, Shout out to you. Jedi, you sure that wasn't number two? No, it wasn't. I had to go get some more punch first. First, I went to the kitchen, got punch. That's everything in my life. And then, and then of course, when I go to the restroom, I have to sit down and I have to do extension after I have to pour water over my penis when I'm done. So whereas y'all just go and you don't even lift up the toilet seat, you just sprinkling everywhere and then shaking and there you go. That's not the Muslim. Also, our women never have to smell our pissy drawers, and they never have to ask us to put the toilet seat down. It's already down. Allahu Akbar. Way of life, my people. Way of life. Um, Frankie says, I also wipe my tree trunk when I urine. That's very good. That's very good. You know what I'm saying? Now use water, you know. Um, you say, I got it to urban beads and stuff myself. I was never into silver and gold. That's so good, man. Like Muslim men, we can wear silver, but we don't wear gold, you know. Um, and I myself, even if I wasn't Muslim, I'm just not really into gold. It's I'm just not into it. I don't just it's not impressive to me. Um, Shiro says, "Go ahead, King. Tree trunk." I'm trying to be modest. I always just say I am my father's son. Frankie, I gave grapes, apples, rice, chicken. Most keep wanting cookies and pizza soda. Yeah, get rid of the pizza and the soda. We're good with the grapes and the apples. Preferably brown rice. And then even if it's white rice, wash your rice until it runs clean. That's a very good tip for anybody that fixes rice. Wash that rice until it runs clean. Like no more whiteness in the water. Just you see water and rice sitting at the bottom. Now you're ready to strain that rice and now you're ready to cook it. You will see 100% improvement in your quality of your rice. This I promise you. I have some in my refrigerator right now. Sean Scott, big up to brother Kai. Salute. Yeah, man. He was a lifesaver, a gift, an angel descending on wings of angels from heaven. Nothing less. That's not hyperbole. That's real. He's an outstanding human being. Um, Sean Scott, dates and hummus and apricots. Yes, dates and hummus. And I eat a lot of hummus. And I was mad because I don't know, the other week I was taking Eric to one of his doctor's appointments. And, usually when I'm bringing him home, he's like, hey man, can we stop so I can give me something to eat? And it's usually some junk, like Wendy's or some nonsense. And I'm trying to get him out of that. And I really wanted to take him to this um, restaurant that one of my Muslim brothers used to own, but they still fix the food there. But I realized the brother doesn't own it anymore because quite some time back I went in there and I noticed they had beer in one of the coolers. And I'm like, beer, bitch. Like, this is not, we are not. And I realized he had sold the place, but they're still fixing the food exactly the same. And one of the things that you can get is a mixed plate, which is a lamb kebab, the most delectable thing, with chicken as well. And they roast half of an onion and roast half of a tomato. And there's a big thing of hummus. And they give you a pack of pita bread and Arabic salad. It's your life. You feel your life. You feel your life. Your body responds when you have the proper things. And I wasn't going to tell him what he was going to eat. I just was like, but we got over there and the place was closed down. So I'm over it. And to the dates, Sean, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that a home without dates has no food. This is how important dates are to the diet of the Muslim, and to humanity it should be. I was watching Shark Tank one night. This was last year sometime, I think it was. Even Mr. Wonderful, the Kevin O'Leary dude, this lady came in there. She was pitching this, like there's these spreads now, these date spreads that she was going to have in different flavors, and it was dates. Because she realized that that wasn't on the market, and because he's Mr. Know-It-All, and he always has to tell a story about something, but he's usually dead on with his information. He's funny and evil all at the same time. Excuse me. He said, there's a story. He goes, what many people don't know is that the Bedouins, you know, of old, they survived for many years in the desert on nothing but dates and camel's milk. I almost fell over and fainted when he said that, because it was absolutely the truth. And I've told you all from my own experience with camel's milk. Um, I stopped buying it once I started trying to get my finances together for Africa, because I was trying to cut all expense, and it's very expensive to order. But it is the only milk on earth besides what any of my women can produce that can sustain life. Period. That means you don't need shit else. Nothing. And you have everything you need in that milk. Allahu Akbar. You're welcome, Frankie. Sean Scott, that food sounds divine. It's so good. And then when you have the Arabic tea, literally they had a little garden just outside of one of the doors, and they would go out there and pick fresh mint for you and have fresh mint. It's all very, yeah, man. Anyways, to land us, I just want to review what I said, everybody. In the last stream, I gave you a website, boycottisrael.com. You should go to that if you didn't already, and review the various companies and corporations that are there, and don't spend your money with them. So you're not going to get on a flight and go and bomb Israel and help fight. So then you could do something by the power of your dollar. Don't buy shit from anybody that supports this fucking tyrannical, devilish ass place that's killing Palestinians of all stripes, Muslim and Christians. You understand? That's one. Any of you, as I say, that anything with regard to Africa, you must join the Jedi Africa channel. That's where all the information is going to be. Anytime I need to mention something on this channel, I will mention it, but that's where you need to know everything. Jedi Africa. Everybody that has gone over there and subscribed, God bless you, and you are the enlightened ones, and you know everything. And as I said, with regard to Dr. Johnson, not just with him, but with any of our people, everybody, we know the people that we need to throw away and discard and cancel and all that stuff. We just got to have more unity, man. Always just do what you can. And I've proven, and you can go and follow up on what I've communicated to you today. You can go and follow up and see if what I said rings true to you. He's either in a food court, or he's in an airport, or in a food court at an airport. I will even say that. But he's not just like in some casino partying it up and, gambling a bunch of money. He spent $20. And I proved to you, you can also go and watch the lecture that he was there in Vegas to give. And he was leaving there to go to Oakland. And he also has what looks like a carry-on over his, you carry something on the plane, whatever. So there he was. And he live streamed it. So he wasn't like trying to hide or something like that. This is not a scandal. This is not what it's being made out to be. It's not. And like I say, you just have these people that actually make money on YouTube that can't wait to get on and, ooh, look what Dr. Johnson's done. And we got him now and all of that, I'd be like, let's stop it already. Let's stop it. I mean, just, there's always somebody's going to have some shit to talk, though. There's an old parable that we know in Islam about the man and his son and the camel. And they started out on a journey. And they had all their belongings on the camel. And they passed one village, and the village, well, look, they've got all that stuff on the camel, and he's not even got his son up there riding. Well, look. So he puts his son on the camel. Well, look, he's got all the stuff and the kid up there, and he's walking. Okay, I'll ride the camel. I'll ride the mule too with all the shit and my son. Gets to the next village. That's a problem. Eventually, they're just carrying the fucking camel, carrying the by the end of the parable, they're just carrying the damn donkey. And like nobody, no matter what they do, somebody's got some shit to say. I failed at telling it accurately. I was just trying to not make it too long, but it's always somebody's got shit to talk. And usually people have shit to talk are the ones that didn't do a goddamn, Not a guy, even this phone, Rahim Allah, Allahu Akbar, and Alhamdulillah for Anjane 23. I have this phone because of Anjane. That's why I have this phone. That sister stepped out and did that. May Allah be glorified, and may she receive many, what we call hasana in this life, and the ajr, the blessing, the reward. Allahu Akbar, Oh, I also wanted to say thank you to please forgive me. I don't see the name now. I don't know why I don't see the name. I don't see it. But you know who you are that donated on Cash App today. That was very kind of you. And I can't remember. I'll have to go back through the comments. But obviously there's another name that comes up. So thank you so much. And may Allah increase you for that. Thank you so much. My next piece, I will try to highlight. Oh, also, Shiro, thank you so much. And I can't wait for the picture of you in the hoodie that you bought. I will highlight that more in my next piece. Everybody, I may be on this channel, it could be on the next one, on the other one. Hopefully all of you who are subscribed on Jedi Africa did go and see the latest piece that I uploaded over there with regard to all the nonsense that I'm going through. I'll be again, I'm just updating you as it goes along. Here we are at Sunday, and who knows what tomorrow or Monday will bring. Meanwhile, just as a side note and kind of random, this is also a problem because I didn't want to pay my car registration this year because once I knew that I was leaving, but I still have to drive around. The longer I have to be here, I still need to have transportation, and I don't need to be pulled over by the damn police. you know. So they forced me by default to have to go ahead and renew my registration, and I didn't want to, you know. I intend to just put my car in storage and just walk out this bitch. I'm not doing the whole pack up and yard sales and all that. I'm just too frustrated for that, you know. Um, and daily, you know. And as I said to you all on the other channel, you know this. Um, you know, when I have a security deposit on this place, so they can just use that to clean the shit out and give it to charity and sell it off or take it for themselves. I don't really care. You know, there's some sentimental things that I will take, and obviously my important documents and papers and stuff like that. But it's better to just walk out. It'll feel authentic to me because that's how I feel in my soul. Just walk out. Just walk out and say, fuck all this and all these people and everything that they represent, you know. Yeah. For those of you who came late, the thrust of this was the Umar Johnson thing. You can obviously do the rewind and go back and watch what I have to say about the brother. This is the second time I've had to really defend this brother because there was a video sometime back. It's here on the channel. He's always under fire for something, and as I say, it's from the same damn people. You know, those are the people who haven't given a damn white quarter, as my grandmama used to say, and they're just waiting for him to fail. You know, and they sit up there self-righteous, especially the little waterfall that I showed you guys earlier, the little wispy little fucking pixie. You know, just like die off, dude. Just die off. You know, die off. Let's stop being late to the party and let's start being first to the fire, everybody. Start being first to the scene. First. I told you my own experience, you know, and that's just the case with our people. We just can never get it done, you know, but yet, any of these fuckers that we've seen, any murderers where you know it's a murderer, they've done something bad, and in 24 hours, white people, they don't need to call each other. There's no begging and pleading that goes on. They just fucking get online and give them money and millions. But when we have something legitimate, you know, that is important and valid, you know, our people sit back. So we definitely not helping out our murderers, I presume. You know, one of the things that I had dreamed for the Black Independence Liberation League was pro bono attorneys that would be on staff at all time, and also a fund that we would have. And so, you know, if anybody, we hear a story and the person's been arrested, we dispatch lawyers and a check. You know, you're not going to be in jail. We're getting you out because of this cash bail nonsense. You know, now they're trying to get rid of cash bail in some states, and there's some things, and I'm not really sure, but whatever. You know, many of us languish in prison because we're in jail before going to prison because we just don't have the money for bail. They deliberately set a bail. They know you broke as shit. So if you broke as shit, that means you really can't go nowhere. So why do I need to have a bail? You know, where am I running to? Where am I going? It's a damn shame. That, and as I said also to you, any of you who've not watched or shockingly would not be familiar with Paul Mooney, you know, just go and watch his work. You know, put in a search for him on YouTube and just go and watch his stuff, man. That was the dude, you know. That was the dude. We gave high marks to Dick Gregory. But yeah, Dick Gregory was in his own class. You know, I'm not going to besmirch the brother, but he stretched the truth sometimes, you know. God love him. But he bestowed a lot of wisdom on us also, you know. So I can't really. He was just in his own lane, and indeed he was a trailblazer too, you know. Um, and you know, these are, you know, he's worthy of honor and respect. And but Paul Mooney was in his own lane doing his own thing, you know. I think that's what I could say. So with that, I think we're ready to land, everybody. I think I read all of your comments. Um, and uh, oh man, I appreciate that, Anjane. You say, thank you, Jedi. You are the only man that gets my support. Well, thank you. I'm deeply honored to be worthy. And I appreciate it. Definitely appreciate it. Um, yeah, I got everybody. So yeah, I didn't mean to go this long today, but there it is, you know. Um, but whatever the will of Allah is, that's what always will be. I love you guys all, and I will see you soon. This is the Jedi.